looking at you, you don't look like the type of guy that would go after a trans person.
I get that all the time.
Listen, facts don't care about your feelings. That's the difference.
I don't care about your feelings either.
I don't need you to care about my feelings.
I know.
But at the end of the day, there's only one person who's going to judge. It's God.
What would you do if your daughter wanted to be a man? What would you do if your son wanted to be a woman? How would you approach that situation?
They wouldn't.
It was until I realized that I wanted to make a change in my life and come out and be something different. It was when I met Elena, my fiance right here. She's a trans woman.
Look, no disrespect, but at the end of the day, you're still a man.
To you.
No, to reality. What was your relationship like with your father?
They thought it would be a good idea to try to shut me up permanently and put me in the dirt.
So they put a hit on you, basically.
Yes.
I tried to be the man that everyone wanted me to be or expected of me. But no matter what I did, you know, it just shows that it was just a front.
But we come back to reality and let boys be boys and girls be girls and boys go. He needs to go to a boys' bathroom.
So she wants.
Yeah, he.
So
In order to enter heaven, you got to walk through the blood of Christ.
And in order to enter heaven, I have to take it up with him, not you.
I didn't say you have to take it up with me. I never said this. I never said you have to take it up with me.
No,
you have to take it up with him.
Absolutely, and
Okay,
I
that's
will
it.
when I get there.
When you get there, if you get there. You guys planning on having any kids? Happy Monday, everybody.
TGIM.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. For those of you just tuning in, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and share this with your friends and family. This is going to be a very interesting one. Also, WiseNutsPodcast.com. Go to WiseNutsPodcast.com. Click on the link. Right, you know what? Right there. Right over there. You see that? That QR code?
How do you use a QR code?
You scan it.
You click on it with your finger?
Yeah, you click on it with your finger. You scan that QR code, go to wisenutspodcast.com, pick up some of our merch. Our throwbacks are on there. The Wise Nuts podcast shirt, our Epstein Didn't Kill Himself shirt is on there. And we got a lot more merch out there. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's under $30. Less than a Crappuccino.
How much is a Crappuccino these days?
$29.99.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah. And then depending on the city you're in, the taxes, obviously fluctuate.
Plus the 45% tip.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to make you feel guilty because you got to tip me $8 for making.
Oh, I click 0 every time. Look at him in the face and click 0.
Because you got that Epstein Didn't Kill Himself air freshener. That's why.
Yes.
I don't have one of those. So
you know what's funny? I was at a red light. Glendale PD was next to me, and he looks over and he double takes, and then he just goes, he's like, window down. I go, how's it going, officer? He goes, brother, I love that air freshener. I'm like, wisenutspodcast.com. You can buy the air freshener. It's an air freshener that says this air freshener didn't hang himself, and it's Epstein's mugshot.
Wow.
Yeah. Guys, we have two very special guests with us, all the way from Long Beach, right?
Well, what's up? It's your boy Jacked Like Jess from the east to the west. I'm originally from Long Island, Suffolk County, or Ronkonkoma, New York. But yeah, I migrated all the way to Long Beach, California, and I got my beautiful fiance right here. State your name, gangster.
Elena Tutti. Nice to meet you guys.
So you guys have been making quite some noise online. Elena is a transgender, and I mean, I don't even know how to.
What's the proper trans woman?
It's transgender, but you know what I mean.
So you're male
to female.
To female. All right. And how long have you guys known each other for?
2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or about 3. I want to say 3 years. Yeah.
So tell me your story, because looking at you, you don't look like the type of guy that would go after a trans person.
I get that all the time. And I don't know, is it the tattoo? What is it about me that makes you think that? What is it? I need to know.
Well, first off, I want to know what type of guy goes after a
Right. That's what I want to know.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I mean, a gay man?
Correct that.
Okay. And what do gay men look like?
I mean, it doesn't matter what they look like.
What are gay men attracted to? Why don't we say that?
Penis?
They're
To men, correct?
Well, they're attracted to men.
Right. Interesting.
What do you see when you see her? Aesthetically. Not what's there.
A trans man.
A trans man.
A trans man is
A transformer.
Transformer. A Decepticon. That's what I see.
Optimus Prime. Okay.
Optimus.
Yes. We were gonna rock Transformer costumes for Halloween, by the way.
But no, I'm serious. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, how did you guys meet?
So, originally, I've been involved in like the adult film world and everything a little bit. And there's a thing called Exotica in Miami that I went to with a group of people with a bunch of trans, right? And I wound up meeting her. She was one of the girls in the group. Immediately when I laid my eyes on her, had a crush on her. I'm like, wow, it confused me. When I seen her, it confused me. I'm like, why is she so damn good looking? Because the life that I come from originally is a complete polar opposite of what I generally am into now. My life now is a complete polar opposite now of what I used to be. I grew up the life that I'm living is totally wrong and never going to be accepted where I come from. When I first seen her, I couldn't grasp it why I wanted her so bad. It's not what was between her legs. It's not. A lot of people think that. I've grown up a life where I was a stud, bro. I've been with over 1,000 natural women in my life. That's a real number. Had plenty of experiences, swingers, hot wives, the whole 9 yards. Something about her was unique. It wasn't that she was trans. She was unique, different, unicorn. She's a unicorn of today's world. There's not many like her. I don't want to be with someone I've been with so many women where I'm like, I've been with a bitch like you before. You know what I mean? Not say the word bitch. I don't like to say that.
And it's like that for a lot of men when they mess with so many horses. I'll consider women horses, right? And transgender women are like unicorns where, for example, they're almost similar, but they have a little something extra. They're more prettyified, more glamorized. You know what I mean? When it comes to a transgender woman, they do a little extra. They want to put that extra femininity, the whole nine, and do the most. But, you know, the only difference is guys mess with horses all day long, every day, and they're a dime a dozen. When you see a unicorn, which is a mythical creature, so to speak, you know, it raises your eyebrow to like, what is this? You know, I want to experience this, and it's where it's at because he ain't going nowhere.
But
now.
even when you were with those, let's say, 1,000 women,
yeah,
during that time you also messed around with trans, didn't you?
Yes,
you would
I
cheat
was.
on the girls with trans.
I was. You've done your research. I like this. You've watched my interviews before. I 100% was so look, let me explain my life. Let's do it like this. Let's break it down. I'm from Long Island, New York. Long Island, New York is definitely a very prejudiced place. It's a very old school place where I come from, bro. It's like old school Brooklyn, but on Long Island. Long Island and Brooklyn are the same piece. They're the same connected. So I grew up a life where, like I said, my whole life's a polar opposite. I grew up in a background of bikers, tough guys, gangsters, where at the time that I grew up, the best thing to do and the coolest thing to do was to be the most badass and top dog in the world. My father, who's a biker, was the most badass motherfucker around. That's my idol since growing up. That was since day one. My family and my dad have had a big time respect in Long Island. My family was well known for being badass motherfuckers, bikers. So I wound up growing up a life, bro, with just no guidance. Was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted. So generally around high school, like through my high school experience, I was always that motherfucker, always a tough guy, had all the girls, the popular dude. When I got out of high school, I winded up hanging around my dad and his friends, and my dad's a biker. He was involved with the Pagans 1% Club, MC.
Hold on, before you get into your dad, what was your relationship like with your father prior to you graduating high school?
So a lot of people don't understand. My dad was my best friend, my idol. He's by far the hardest working man in the world. He taught me how to be a plumber. I'm a blue collar guy. My dad and me did everything together, bro. My dad we had a race car. We're building race cars together. We're going to plumbing. My dad got me into fitness. Like my dad tried his hardest to keep me out of the streets, but at the same time would bring me around bad situations. But my dad's by far, we were like white on rice.
What's your age difference with your dad?
My dad's 64. Right now I'm 31. My dad relived his childhood through me, which is a very wild aspect. So when I was in high school, when I hit like 9th grade, that's when I started really getting into the streets and getting into like real street beefs, bro, with some bad dudes, to where my dad always had my back. My dad would sit there, and if I had a situation, I would call my dad and be like, Dad, I got an issue with these guys. My dad would come rolling up with a pipe or a bat, sometimes even a sword off, and get out the car, and we would handle business, bro. So through my high school career, I've had many teachers tell me, by the time you graduate, you're going to go to jail. The day I graduated, probably 2 weeks after that, a situation that happened at Winona Elementary School. You can look this up on Google. Jesse Schwenker, Winona Elementary School brawl. Some kids that wanted to fight me and my friends. Me and my dad are working on my race car with my friend. I rounded up like 70 kids in front of my house. My dad's a plumber. We all wound up taking copper pieces of pipe and going to this elementary school. My dad went with us. We wound up fighting these kids. They got beat up so bad, bro, where we wound up putting kids in comas. Kids almost died. They were in a coma. Like a good 10 people got arrested. Next thing I know, I'm in Riverhead County Jail with my dad. Me and my dad are in a cell next to each other. We're the only ones that actually made it to county jail. We hit News 12 Long Island. They made an example out of us. I remember sitting in my jail cell. My dad's here and I'm here. We're on the same tier. We're on the 3rd tier in Riverhead County Jail, the gray tier. I remember my dad sitting in his cell realizing, he was telling himself, what the fuck did I do? I'm such a bad father. Because the cops are telling us, this kid's in a coma and he's going to die. You're going to do 25 years life on gang assault. 3 or more gang assault. You're done. I'm sitting there in my jail cell. My dad's crying. My dad's not crying, but he's like
emotional.
And I'm going, this is the fucking baddest ass day of my life. I'm in Riverhead County Jail. I got my dad next to me right now. I remember a dude came up next to me in my jail cell. He said, what's up? I was doing, literally when I got in county jail, I'm doing push-ups immediately. Like a heart. My dad comes over to my cell. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm doing push-ups. Get ready. I was like, stop doing fucking push-ups. Just sit in your fucking bed and shut the fuck up. This guy comes walking up to me. He's like, yo, what you in here for, tough guy? I said, fighting. He said, oh, so you're tough? I said, yeah, I'm tough. He goes, so my dad comes walking over. He goes, what's the issue? He goes, now we got this young bull up in here for fighting. He must be a tough guy. My dad goes, that's my motherfucking son. What's the problem? My dad's a jacked ass motherfucker, by the way. My dad's jacked, tatted up, badass motherfucker. You're not going to fuck around with him. Oh, no, that's your son. Oh, no, just making sure he's good. So this is like the life that I lived with my dad. We were best friends, did a lot of violent things together. Violence was a virtue in my house. I was praised by my friends and family when I was a tough guy, when I was violent, when I was ignorant, when I hurt people. Where did that lead me to, bro? Where did this lead me to? Let's graduate. When I graduate from that situation, I winded up eventually joining the Crips on Long Island, right? I winded up getting down in a hood called Wyandanch, Long Island. Very, very bad area. I became an 8-tray gangster Crip. I remember when I came home and told my dad, I said, hey, Pop, what's up? He said, what's up? I said, I became a Crip today. He said, his reaction literally was like, that's pretty fucking cool. What area? I said, Wyandanch. Like, this is how I was guided. I was always praised for this. So I became a Crip and was doing things in the hood, bro. The whole 9 yards. Drive-bys, everything, bro. I don't got to get into it totally. Did things that I thought was cool. I thought was the masculine alpha role, when really it's all misguided ignorance. And it really put me in situations where I really almost lost my freedom, bro. So throughout my time of being a Crip, my dad eventually became a pagan. Pagan Motorcycle Club, 1% MC, the most badass MC of the world. Shout out to them. I wanted to be coming around them. Now let me explain to you. Being a Crip and then being around the pagans, complete opposite worlds. The Crips is predominantly a what gang?
Black.
Okay, fair enough to say. The pagans MC is predominantly a what?
Whites.
A white gang. Okay, but not a white gang, a white MC. Let me explain that. White MC, not a white gang. It's a motorcycle club. So now I'm around these two. I'm actively in both at the same time.
But wait. I backtrack a little bit. You just mentioned that you were in jail with your father. You put a bunch of kids in comas, and your dad is about to serve 25 years.
We were looking at, those kids.
So what happened there?
Were you a minor at the time or you were an adult?
No, I'm curious about Pops, because Pops is in jail with you.
Right, that's what I'm asking if he was a minor.
On Google, it says 18-year-old and 50-year-old man, 18-year-old son and 50-year-old father arrested for riot at elementary school Winona at the time. It's on Google. Jesse Schwenker, elementary school brawl. What happened was, so this is how fucked we got. Somebody in the court that knew the judge, she worked in the courthouse. Her son was one of the kids that got put into a coma, supposedly got put into a coma. This is what the cops were telling us to try to maybe get everyone to flip, or it was true. He was in a coma. They said he's about to die. I remember they called me in first. Then they called in my dad. Then they called in my friends. A couple people flipped. Me and my dad kept the gangster. We didn't say shit. We winded up, eventually my uncle winded up, my uncle's put up the money. My uncle's always there for me. My uncle's bailed us out. We got out. And I just remember, dude, news reporters in front of my house. It was a big deal. There was news reporters in front of my house. My sister went on the news, like my dad and my brother are innocent, da-da-da-da. But everyone knew our reputation. Like, we used to put that fucking work in.
So you guys made bail for putting multiple people in comas?
Supposedly, allegedly. My dad wasn't.
Right.
My dad just watched.
I just want to confirm, because look, we tried to look up certain stories about the pagans and about you. To be honest with you, we couldn't find anything as far as anything crime related.
Correct.
I mean, you're here telling me or telling us that you guys put allegedly, because these are stories coming from you. They're not coming from us. We couldn't confirm it if anybody were to put a gun to our head.
Yeah.
But you guys put multiple people in comas, basically, and got out, bailed out.
This was a point in my life. This had nothing to do with the Crips or the pagans. This is my private life, which is street.
Okay, all right.
My own private life.
Go on, continue.
I never put any work in for the pagans. The only work I ever put in was for the Crips. I've never put no work in for the pagans.
All right.
So,
I mean, I found the article from Patch. Court date set for 8 involved in elementary school brawl. It says here, 18-year-old with his 50-year-old father.
Yes, I don't lie. I got no reason to lie, bro.
That doesn't say anything about pagan, but
no, it has nothing to do with the pagans.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't a pagan at this time.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't a pagan at this time. At the time, I was just running free, and he was a free man, just riding his bike around. My dad became a pagan later when I graduated. So the point of this life is, I don't want to touch on too much on this, just for my own protection. But like, through my life of being a Crip and then rolling around with the pagans, I even crossed paths with guys like Keith Conan. Shout out to him, fucking 1% legend. Crossed paths with him. Not saying I was his best bud. Not saying I've done any crimes with the club. I've crossed paths. I've got the opportunity and the honor to cross paths with Keith Conan. He's just a straight legend. He's probably one of the most famous 1%ers of the world. When I winded up living this life as a Crip, I wound up getting into, drugs and addiction very, 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 very heavily. Truly lost myself, bro. Truly lost myself. It was a very, very sad thing. At the time, I was so praised and applauded for being around these types of people and pulling these violent acts and almost losing my freedom. I mean, detectives coming to my house. I mean, all types of things, bro. So when my dad became a pagan, that was like another outlet for me too, to get validation. Yeah. I've always loved validation. Validation was my thing. I've always loved being validated, feeling like the tough guy, So not to touch on it too much more, I've always was a street guy. I've lived a life. I've done a lot of violent things, hurt a lot of people. I've always applauded, and my family always loved me and praised me, and my friends and family. It was until I realized that I wanted to make a change in my life and come out and be something different. It was when I met Elena, my fiance right here. She's a trans woman. This is a whole different fucking side of the world for me, bro, where I know if I don't cut ties with this world and I'm trying to have ties with this one, like, I'm going to get fucking hurt, bro. It's called getting smashed. You're going to get smashed. You're going to get hurt very bad for simply just being attracted to somebody, bro. For simply just wanting to know about somebody a little more. Someone who understood me. So what I did is, I remember I cut ties with my old life. I kind of put it out there that I was in the trans woman. I went on No Jumper. Shout out to Adam. And I went on that podcast and kind of put it out there that I was into a trans woman. And immediately, my friends and family have always had my back when I was this violent, tough guy, putting myself in situations where I'm hurting others, hurting myself, or about to lose my freedom. I was applauded. The moment I come out with something like this, where I'm trying to change and be better, and realistically coming out and doing what a tough guy does, and that's really like living his truth and putting it out there, my friends in the whole world and my family turned their entire back on me. Everyone was gone. Like, how fast? Like that. Like, everyone was gone in my life. Aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, family. You're a you're a piece of shit, go die, taking out the life insurance.
Jesse, what's your background family-wise as far as ethnicity?
I'm Italian and German. Bro, let me tell you something.
Catholic, Christian?
Catholic. I'm a Catholic person. I've had situations where I've had situations, bro, where I've been told and I've seen facts that people from my past have put money on my head. Let me explain that for the people that
meaning
don't
like
know.
family or for the former gangs you were involved with, or the
Former
MC you were involved with?
A little bit of both. Former people I was involved with. I've had certain people tell me that, and I've seen the proof where, people have told me like some money was situations and were brought up and actions were made to try to get me taken away, get me out. Because once I became somebody on the internet speaking out about this, all my old acquaintances and friends and family were so embarrassed. Let me not say friends and family, acquaintances were so embarrassed that they thought it would be a good idea to try to shut me up permanently and put me in the dirt.
So they put a hit on you, basically.
Yes.
Son of a...
What the hell was that, bro?
You okay?
Yeah, man. Oh, Megeredchian Law. We should call Alex.
If you've been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or work injury, reach out to Megeredchian Law today.
At Megeredchian Law, we maximize your compensation, you get constant client communication, and we win when it matters most. When you're involved in an accident, choosing the right attorney is the most important decision you can make. Let us show you why we're different at Megeredchian Law. With 11 attorneys on our team, we're able to go to trial and fight for your case. More important, the pedigree of our firm is customer service, so you always get a call, you always get an update. Lastly, we're results driven. We win. Let us show you how. Call us at 818-530-1300 or bestcaraccidentattorney.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, trip and fall, nerve, muscle, joint, any sort of pain at all, hit up Dr. Rafi. He'll take care of everything from A to Z. What's the number at?
818-407-0007.
And tell him the WiseNuts sent you.
I'm surprised you were even able to, because typically, look, I remember I've never been involved in gangs, but I remember for somebody to join a gang, you had to be jumped in and you had to go through a certain ritual process. You were able to get into the Crips and then get into a completely opposite club.
I was never in the Pagans. I was never a prospect. I was just considered a hang-around. Called a hang-around.
But were you part of the Crips when you were considered a hang-around?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The Crips were okay with that, and so were the
absolutely
Pagans? Really?
Yeah. Because they knew who my father was. They knew who he was involved with, and they're like, we don't want no problems with Jesse. Like, don't fuck with Jesse. But as far as like being a Crip, I never had to get jumped in because I had street credibility before that. There's situations where you might have to get jumped in, but I was so active in the streets and have put in so much work where they're like, nah, you're good, bro.
You had the resume.
I had the resume 100%, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not here promoting this. It's for anyone watching that may be younger than me or someone who seeks validation and loves that shit. I'm telling you right now, it's not cool. The coolest thing you could do to validate yourself is truly be yourself, be proud of who you are. Don't be scared. Like being in a gang never did nothing for me. I thought it did. Now that I look at it, it ruined my life, bro.
Did you not get any sort of validation from Pops?
My dad loved when I was a badass. My dad relived his childhood through me. Like a lot of people don't know. Like, so right before when I lived in New York and pretty much burned all my bridges to where the detectives were looking for me, I was getting ready to move to Florida. I called my aunt and uncle. I'm like, hey, can I come move in with you guys? They were in Jupiter, Florida. They said, yeah. Why do you want to move in with me? I said, well, I'm getting sick and tired of Long Island. It's getting cold. Like, I don't want to be a plumber in the cold no more. So they said, yeah, come down. Realistically, what had happened was I was getting ready to move. My dad had beef with another dude at the time, right? And one day I'm at my friend's house. I didn't know that the guy my dad had beef with was their dad. He's a straight meth head biker, this guy. He comes into their house, sees me, realizes I'm Tommy's son. Bro, the guy gets me against the wall with a big-ass blade, and his sons are in between me, holding us apart. He's trying to slice my throat open. You motherfucker, I'll fucking kill you. Bro, like literally, like Michael Myers movie, like where he's like with the knife, this far from my throat. I remember I eventually ducked down. I got out of the house. I said, you motherfucker, you fucked up. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to come back. At the time, me and my dad really weren't on good terms. I remember calling my dad. I said, hey, I know we're not on good terms right now. I said, but I just ran into so-and-so, and he tried to slice my throat open and kill me. But I said, look, I don't fucking like you right now, but we're going to meet up and we're going to fucking handle business. And he hung up. He said, meet me at Hooters. I met him at Hooters in Islandia, Central Islip, New York, CI. We met up, me, him, and someone else. One acquaintance came with a lat pull-down bar, from the gym. My dad came with an expandable baton. I just came with my fist. We went to my friend's house that knew where this guy lived. And my dad called my friend outside. He said, hey, show us where he lives. My friend's like, well, my mom's got me in trouble right now. I can't really leave the house. My dad's like, get in the fucking car right now and show us where the fuck he lives. This is serious shit, dog. I'm not playing around. My dad grabs my friend, puts him in the car. He goes, you're fucking coming with us. Show us where he lives. We're driving in this acquaintance's truck. We pull up to the guy's house. It's like 11 o'clock at night on like a Thursday. This guy happened to be outside. He's smoking a cigarette. My dad goes, there's that motherfucker. We get out the car, me and my dad and this other acquaintance. My friend sits in the car. We go walking up the guy's driveway, and the guy goes, oh, Schwenker, you here? He goes, what, do you want a problem? I'm like, nah, look, man, we just want to talk, bro. Let me put it to you. This guy was breathing up blood and choking on his teeth, dog. Broke his fucking, allegedly his entire rib cage got caved in, choked the shit out of him, knocked his teeth in his mouth. The guy was sitting there like this, like on a movie, like, and my dad's going, you fuck with my son one more fucking time, I'll come back and fucking kill you, straight like that, bro. And I remember after that situation, he went to the hospital and detectives came, and I found out. I said, hey, bro, I'm going to Florida. When I moved to Florida, this is when I cut my ties from this entire life. This is why I'm bringing this up. The day I moved to Florida, I took my crotch rocket. I had a jet bike. I got on my jet bike at 3 a.m. with no fucking shirt on, with $500 in my pocket. And I rode to South Florida from Long Island to New York in the middle of July. Got on my bike, bro. I had no shirt on. I don't know why I didn't bring a shirt. I said it's summertime. It's going to be beautiful out. Fucking bugs hitting me, rain hitting me, all types of shit. I'm doing 150, 140 the whole way on Facebook Live. This is validated on Facebook Live. Riding to Florida. Got to Florida. When I got to Florida, that is when I realized my life is fresh and new. I do not have to be this person any fucking more. I get to be me. The relief I had was confusing. It wasn't even relieving. I didn't know what to do with my freedom, bro.
When you say you had freedom to be you, did you, as a young boy, did you ever?
Real quick, hold on, I'm getting a little hot really quick. Sweating bullets in this motherfucker, dog. Let me get into this shit. Okay.
There you
Let's
go.
get into it.
You comfortable now?
Yeah, we're good money. Okay.
So, as a little boy, young boy, did you ever have any kind of encounters with other boys? Any curiosity about anything?
So, I had situations. I think I could speak on it. Yeah, I was definitely molested as a kid. I had situations in my neighborhood where, some older guys in my neighborhood took a little bit of advantage of me. I don't think they'll truly remember it, but I've had situations where a couple of dudes that I was around, I don't think they did it viciously. I think it was just we were all young and things had happened to me. This isn't something that I fought my life. I actually realized I just remembered this situation like probably a couple years ago when I tried to get clean. I had like 30 days clean at the time, and I was getting a little bit of clarity. For those of you who don't know, when you're battling addiction and you just get clean, a lot of things come to life.
When did you start getting into drugs? On your way to Florida?
Like right before, I'd say like a little bit right before I went to Florida, a couple years before I went to Florida.
So you looking for freedom, at this point you were lost. Number one, you had just left the gang.
Yes.
You were getting into drugs.
Yes.
You were molested as a child.
A little bit, yes.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
And you're seeking validation from someone. No longer dad. You don't want validation from pops anymore.
No.
You're seeking validation from somebody, but you don't know who.
Don't know who. It's a good way to put it. Confused, bro. Because my life being brought up, as my lady put it before.
So what kind of drugs did you get into in the beginning?
Oxys.
And then what did it lead to?
What did it lead to? Meth, coke, oxy. Oxy 30s. I used to shoot about 10 Oxy 30s in one shot in a steroid needle because a regular hypodermic
So
needle.
who were the individuals that you were hanging out with that got you into this?
Nobody but myself, bro. Myself. I was honestly the only person. I'll always blame myself for it. It ain't my family's fault. It ain't my friend's fault. It's my fault for making these decisions.
Was there something you were seeking?
Relief.
From?
What were you escaping? I mean,
now that I think of it, I'm a lover, dog. You guys see me when I walk in here. Do I throw off the tough guy mentality or the lover mentality?
No, look, you got a good vibe. What were you trying to escape? What were you looking for, Jess? There's something you were looking for. You were a lost soul.
I never got the validation. I'm going to say it right now. I never got the validation from my father that I've always wanted.
You never heard your dad say he's proud of you?
Honestly, fuck no. I remember there was a time, bro, when me and my friends did some shit, allegedly, and I borrowed his. I remember I came home and told him, hey, we just borrowed that thing. I wouldn't drive your car for a minute. And his reaction is like, I thought he'd be proud of me for this. Like his reaction is, well, I hope I could use my car for the week. Like I got to go to the gym. Like these are the things that I would do that I would think my dad would be proud of, like violent acts and things like that. When I started getting into drugs, my dad started looking at me like a piece of shit and a joke, right?
Was your dad ever into drugs?
No, my dad's not. My dad's a
You
straight
think
up.
that's where you guys kind of lost ties?
Absolutely. You know, my dad always raised me to be in the gym and be a plumber and be a hard worker.
So who do you blame there? Pops or you?
Myself.
So the validation you were looking for was from Pops, but you went into a completely different route than what Pops was expecting. He wanted you to be that blue collar, good son.
Yes.
But you went into a completely different route.
Yes. But realistically, what do you think from your perspective? I mean, babe, you too. Who do we blame? I'm the son. Like if your son, do you guys have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. If your kid went down my path and you were showing him the things that I was raised to think was cool and masculine, and would you blame yourself or blame your kid?
Look, all of us are fathers.
Yes.
And we vouch and we talk about this all the time on our show. The most important thing about being a parent is communication with your child. Whether it's a boy, girl, doesn't matter. When you sit down and you have conversations with your kid and you allow your child to open up to you and talk about what happened at school, what happened at the mall, what happened at her friend's house or his friend's house, and they're able to vent to you and they're comfortable with it, you build a bond there, a very special relationship that's unbreakable. But when a child is constantly looking to seek validation as a parent, there's lack of communication there. That child is seeking some sort of attention and they're trying to get validation from you and you're not giving it to them. That's why I asked you. I said, did your dad ever say he's proud of you?
Well, I mean, the only attention that he got from the father that was valid, that he learned from, was the violence and being the baddest dude in the room and doing the wrong thing.
See, that's
he got attention in that way.
It's a double-edged sword because it's bad on both ends. It's bad on dad and it's bad on you as well. Because you went down a different route. You know how many times even Armand and Joe as well, you know how many times we tell our kids we're proud of them? Every fucking day.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, because the bad stuff wasn't working. What else are you going to do? Do the next thing. Well, is this good enough for you, father? Or is this good enough? Or even if not, you give up at the end of the day.
Did you ever tell your dad you were molested?
So I can laugh at it. I'm not saying this stuff's funny. To me, it doesn't hurt me today. And that's why I'm laughing. So don't take this the wrong way for anyone who's been through it. That shit can't fucking hurt me. Nothing can in this world.
But did you ever tell your father you were molested?
So what I did was I didn't realize. I remember when I would play, when I would get messed around with when I was younger.
How old were you?
I was in like second, third to maybe fourth grade, right? I remember when it would happen. My dad at the time, we had a gay cousin in our family, and my dad would talk about AIDS because AIDS was running a little bit. It was just the AIDS.
You're too young to sit here and be allowing those things to happen. So in your mind, you didn't think it was molestation because you were kind of coerced into it. But you're a young age. You can't sit here and do those type of acts, whether they're forced or not, and it not be rape. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember my dad telling me when I was younger, because he's like, your mom's cousin's gay. If two guys touch each other or whatever, they get AIDS. So I remember telling myself, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking have AIDS. Like, I was confused as a kid. Like, fuck, the neighbors touch me. The neighbors put this in me. I'm gonna have AIDS. I remember always telling my dad, I'm like, hey, so if two guys touch each other, they get AIDS. He's like, yeah, you get AIDS and you die. I remember saying that all the time. So I learned, I don't know what it was. I didn't try to bury it. I just lived life, bro, and I forgot about it. This happened when I was, like I said, second, third, fourth grade. When I hit about 25 or 26 years old, maybe 20. When I was 27, I just got sober for one of the first times from 18 to 27. So do the math. I remember this came back to my mind. I'm like, fuck, bro. I remember I used to get molested in my shed at my house by my neighbors. I remember one of my older neighbors would ask me to play manhunt with him. And he would always pick me
You
up.
have to go in detail.
He would, yeah, pick me, yeah, bro, and would take advantage of me when we would be hiding in our spot or whatever, bro. You know what I mean? And that's not, so back to the molestation thing. This isn't the reason I got into being with a trans woman. What got me into being with my lady was I lived the whole life of fighting for validation, and I don't think I ever truly got it from the people that meant the most to me. I only got validation when I did wrong. I never got validation when I did good. Let's just think about that.
Did you get validation from the trans world?
I 100% got the most validation and the most acceptance and felt the most loved the day I met this girl right here. And if you can't consider her a girl, this human, this special individual, this unicorn, this unique person right here, I never felt like I literally felt like this front that I've had to put on my whole life of being this tough guy, this gangster, this badass has gone out the fucking window. Like, explain how I am at home. What kind of guy am I?
Well, I mean, it's more of a freeing nature where you don't feel like you have to think about doing just normal situations. Like most guys would feel like, oh, I can't be soft because I have to be the man. In this relationship, there is no role to play necessarily. You be you, I be me, and we work and take on the world together. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what a relationship
But is there
about?
a man in the relationship or there isn't? Like, do you guys, when you say there's no roles, I mean,
Explain this, baby.
The roles are fluid, because for example, like even in our sex life, you know what I mean? Why do you have to consider what we're doing sexually? This is what the man does and this is what the woman does. It's realistically, this is my body, this is your body. I'm going to use you and all of you and you're going to use all of me, and that's that. Like,
but that doesn't answer my question. Does he open doors for you?
Yeah, he opens
or you
doors
open
for
doors
me.
for him?
But I would open a door for him too.
Would you?
But him opening the door for him doesn't make him a man.
No.
It just makes him.
I'm talking about traditional male roles as far as opening doors.
But does that make you a man though? No, right? It's just something
it's not
people
that necessarily.
say you do.
No, you could be douchebag and open doors. Doesn't necessarily make you a man. But to be a man, for example, I'm married to a biological woman. Mm-hmm. We have different roles in our household. I'm a father. She's a mother.
But if she opens the door for you, does that make her the man? No, right?
No, it's not. She doesn't become a man due to one simple action.
Right.
But as a man, I provide and protect, and she's the nurturing one in our household. Mm-hmm. I can't be the nurturing one because she is.
Well, who says?
And I don't expect her to provide and protect me.
Well, who says you can't be nurturing as a man?
Look, I'm a loving father, but I can't provide the same type of love my wife as a mother does to our two boys.
True. Towards the kids.
Yes,
absolutely.
It's impossible.
100%.
It's absolutely impossible.
I mean,
anybody who's had a mother and a father and the traditional roles knows this, especially back in the day, man.
Yeah, I mean, my mother's love is unconditional compared to
100% it is.
100%. I'll agree with that.
Denzel Washington had that amazing quote about a mother's love for her son and the son's love for her mother. It's unbreakable. It's completely unbreakable.
I agree with that, but I just feel like nothing he's going to do in our relationship doesn't disclude him being a man. You know what I mean? Like, he's a man regardless of if he's laying down or on top is what I mean.
Well, we're not talking about sex only, guys. Listen, we're talking about
me neither. I'm talking about
so the roles. So who plays the man role here and who plays the female role here?
I mean, definitely I'm opening doors, and if someone's in our way, I'm going to fucking remove them. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm masculine alpha as a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, because I've never heard in your interviews you say, you know what, if somebody messes with me,
Oh, let me
my lady's gonna step in front of them.
Right.
You're always the one saying
let
if
me
somebody
make-
messes
Although I
with her.
would.
Let me make this clear. No, there's. Let me explain. Let me make this clear. We've had situations in public where I'm getting into it with a dude, and my girl comes walking up. What's the motherfucking issue?
Because at the end of the day, you know, like
Does the man voice
doesn't-
ever come out?
there is no man voice. This is the voice
This is her
that I
voice.
have
All right.
Yeah,
from
no.
jump. But you know what I mean? But that's just playing a part, you know.
We're gonna get into how you develop that voice and all that, but I'm curious about.
There's no development.
Bro, this has been her voice.
I'm not pitching a certain way.
Okay,
even
for
from the day
example,
that
I
performed.
didn't sound like this when I was born.
No.
It took time.
Well-
it took years. It took puberty. It took
Testosterone.
it didn't. So everything develops,
Right.
right?
But this is who I've been from the beginning.
So your voice,
You can't change voice unless it's surgically, and I haven't done that.
Facts.
which means you probably had some type of hormonal treatments or something to prevent your voice from
After
developing.
already hitting puberty, I'm 21, 22 years old when I started doing
Oh,
hormones.
really? Okay.
So realistically, everything it is what it is. You know what I mean? Which is another reason why, from the beginning of time, I was not man enough to be a man, and I'm not woman enough to be a woman. You know, I was always
because if I spoke to you over the phone, I would never in my life assume
you would
you're
be
a man.
like, "Hey, ma'am," and I would get that over
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
situation as a boy when I was.
Would
a boy.
you ever think like? Would you talk to her and be like, "Excuse me, sir," over the phone?
No, it would obviously.
Right.
I would assume that she's a woman.
But what about in person? Fuck the phone. What do you see in person? If she walked in the room from right there and said, "Hey guys, I have your food right here," would you be like, "Okay, bro," or "Hey, thank you, ma'am"?
Well, she's dressed as a woman.
Fuck the clothes. What is she other than that? What energy she
well,
can
she looks like a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
But let me ask you guys. Let me ask
Clothes
you,
don't
we
make
haven't
a woman
seen under
though.
the engine, just so you guys
Yeah.
know. But she looks like
Elena.
a
Let
woman.
me ask you this:
What's up?
you dress as a woman.
I don't dress as a woman.
So
'cause
what do you
that's
dress
like
as?
dress up.
Correct.
I am a transgender woman, always was.
So you're a transgender woman, or you are a woman?
I'm a transgender woman. I would never say I'm a woman because I'm just not.
So
you know.
define what a transgender woman
A
is.
transgender woman is a biological male turning into a female.
So you're a male,
I was biologically a male. I
But, I mean,
was biologically
but
a male.
but you're
But
technically.
now, with the procedures and the hormones, I'm a transgender woman. You know what I mean?
But you don't have menstrual cycles.
no,
right.
I do not.
Okay.
And are you?
Which is why I'm not a woman. You
But
know?
are all the appendages there?
Yes, they are.
So you're a male.
You want to check? I don't know.
No, I don't want to check. I got,
You
no,
sure?
no, 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 no.
Are
I don't
you
want
This
to
is
sure?
Wise Nuts podcast.
I 100%, 100%. I don't want to check.
She's got big nuts.
Okay, fine. After the off camera, maybe. Joe, you okay with off camera?
Cough.
But
I love seeing my lady get challenged.
listen,
because she's
the
strong.
reason
No,
why
it's not a challenge, man. Look, this is what it is. It's a reality thing. At the end of the day, look, no disrespect, but at the end of the day, you're still a man.
To you.
No, to reality.
Biologically, reality, yes, I was biologically a male.
Okay,
I'm not against that part.
Okay, that's what we want to kind of come to a conclusion as far as you understanding that you are technically still a biological man.
Technically, yes.
that's good that you admit that.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
not brainwashed.
No,
Because,
exactly.
because there's a
Shush.
big community out there who claim, trans women can get pregnant, they
No,
can
yes.
breastfeed, they can have,
Well,
they
that's
could get pap
delusion.
smears. I really want to challenge one of these trans women to let's go get a pap smear together.
Well, I mean,
Take your dilator out.
Well, dilators for people that get the changed out.
Well, I know that.
We don't have that.
Look,
Which that's good that you don't have that. That's
Yeah.
that's
I
hard.
would never want
that's
that.
hard to maintain.
You know what I mean?
I want it is, and it's
Yeah.
dangerous. And let me tell you something, man. A lot of people don't understand. I have never been in this isn't a secret that I've lived my whole life. I recently found an attraction towards people like her. I've always been with the hottest girls and the most feminine girls in my life. Every girl I've ever had, I've always got, everyone knows from Long Island, bro. I've always got the hottest and I've got the most girls than anybody. I've always loved super feminine girls. And to me, she's very
People
super
don't
feminine.
initially wake up in the morning and be like, hey, I'm going to try a today.
No.
It's necessarily you meet the right person who you feel a vibe with and you take that initiative to explore your options on that end of the thing. But you don't have to claim, oh, just because he likes me right now does not differentiate the fact that he still likes vagina. You know what I mean?
I
Do you still like vagina?
Bro, recently, and I do it out of respect for her. I don't check out girls, but like once in a while, like, look, I'm cool. If we see a dude walking by, I was cooking, I'm like, babe, check him out. You know, not because I like him, but for her. But she sees me checking out natural girls all the time. She'd be like, yeah, you like that girl's ass? Like, yeah, shit's fat as fuck. Like, I like natural women. I still look at natural women. If I see a natural woman walking by, I'm like, damn, she's bad. I mean,
let me
Not better than
not better than her.
let me tell you how I think you kind of got to this point.
Explain.
This is my perspective. I'm not a therapist. I'm not,
Yeah.
just a numbnut from,
Yeah, you're a WiseNuts guy.
But what I think happened is it sounds like you were always trying to find your identity. You were trying to emulate your father as a young boy to
Mhm.
impress him. But that was not the real you. The
Yes.
real you was not the tatted badass, I'm going to go break somebody's head with the pipe.
Right.
That was never you. You did that.
I did it.
Like Arno said, to get validation from your father. But when you never did, even the hot girls you were with, they wanted you for somebody you were not.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
Deep inside, you're like, this hot chick wants to be with Jesse, but the Jesse she's into, it's not the real Jesse.
Mhm.
Give this guy his PhD.
Right.
You know.
And then finally you come to a point, whether it was the Exotic or wherever in Miami, you meet her, but she was not the first one you were with.
She was not. I've had experiences with paid situations, and I was hiding it because you got to understand the people I was involved with. Towards the end, I was doing these things when I was still involved with these people, and if they caught me, bro, it's a wrap, and that's all I can say there. And I knew this, which may have brought a very exotic thing to the situation that I'm putting it all on the line.
Well, I mean, it's like it just happens necessarily.
It does.
Like he was exploring all parts of his sexuality during his freedom, being free to be who he was, because before he's being everything that everyone says he's supposed to be, being a masculine person. With that all being washed away, now he can do whatever he wants. So exploring it from that then on.
So when you met her,
Let's go into it. Yeah.
did you tell him that you were a guy?
When he met me, I would never tell anyone that I'm a guy.
Why
but
not?
Number one.
But why?
Number
There's a way to
two,
go about
he
it.
already knew what I was before. I didn't have to tell him.
Okay. Do you
know?
think that's fair that you do that to men?
Fair? Well, he knew that I was trans before.
No. But you just said that you wouldn't tell men that you
No,
are
that's
a
not
male.
true. I would tell anyone before getting sexual with them or intimate that I'm a transgender woman, because that's out of respect. You don't sit here and
It's
I don't
dangerous.
play no part.
So not right off the bat, like right before you're gonna get sexual
Well,
with them.
realistically, if I walked up to a business and said I'm a transgender woman, their views of being a transgender woman are already there. They will not even give me a chance.
Facts.
If you were just platonic and you're just getting to know a person, like you're on a date, you get to know the person, I don't have to tell them that I'm trans until, the first kiss or the intimate
That's
part.
kind of like, when you date somebody, right? For example, let's say if you had you used to be an alcoholic or into drugs. On your first day, you don't say, by the way, I was a drug addict.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna compare
That's what I
druggy
did to her.
to. Listen,
No,
by the
no.
way, I have a penis.
No, because you wait until maybe the second date.
Yeah.
And then, look, and most likely, especially in today's environment,
Mhm.
I think it comes up naturally.
And going about it that
You
way.
are asking for a problem because
It's only a problem if I kissed him.
If you
or
don't-
touched
God,
them.
God forbid you were to date a man, as you mentioned, second date, right? If it's the wrong person, somebody who had some skeletons in their closet and had anger issues, and you were to bring that up on a second or third date,
You get hurt.
oh yeah, come on,
Absolutely.
bro.
Well, the way I did things, it was like
That should be. I think that should be the first thing brought up.
the first date is the initial icebreakers. Oh, this is what I do. This is who I am. Da, 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 da. Then you leave and walk
Okay,
away.
thank you.
Before the second date, I'll send them a message. I'm not in person with them saying, "Hey, I'm a," because that could happen.
And
you know?
if they come back to you, that's on them.
Yes, that's the main thing. I give them the opportunity to make the choice on their own, which is why they can't be mad at me. I wasn't initially like, you're getting to know a person. You don't even know if they're even likable for me. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to raise the flag saying, hey, I'm trans to every guy that I'm trying to get to know or date, because maybe I might not even like you after the second date.
Let's take in mind it's 20-25. If I'm not in her life and she's on a dating website, Tinder, whatever, every trans girl is going to label they're trans. They're not going to hide. It's an option today. what are you?
But
Trans?
do they all label it though?
Most
of them
do
will.
for the safety reason, but others kind of like hold it back just for another reason to where we get treated differently. Before I went on the podcast with him, I never disclosed on my social media that I was a transgender woman because I felt like as soon as people know that, you're categorized as a trans and there's nothing past that point. I wanted people to see me for me first and just see me aside, because me being trans is what I am and I'm proud to be it, but that's not all of me. I'm just this, and there's so much deeper parts of me that should be wanting to be looked at rather than just me having a dick between my legs.
Well, then let's go back in time really quickly.
Big ass
Let's
You're so proud of that, huh?
You know what, bro? Because the life that I come from, dog, you don't even understand the shit and the severity my friends and family have done to me to try to make me miserable for being proud as who the fuck I'm with.
We'll get back to you.
Okay.
Let's.
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Okay. I get hyped up, man.
Let's.
I get hyped up. I'm proud. My heart's in my sleeve.
Look, but what I would be proud of if I were you, because you seem to be very much in love with her, right? And you think she's a unicorn and she's the most beautiful woman you've ever been with, right?
I really do.
So I would focus on that. Not that she has the biggest, because at that point, the focal point now becomes
Now they go, bro. Like, what else are you into
now
besides?
Like, why are you gay? It has.
Wait, you said why am I what?
Gay.
Let's make that. I'm not gay.
Well, wait. We'll get back to you.
Okay,
to that. Don't
We'll
worry.
get back to you.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, superstar, calm down. We kind of initiated and found out what it is that you really like about her, but let's go back to you really quick.
Moving on.
Technology should move your business forward, not hold it back. At Titan Elite IT Services and Consulting, we make sure it does. Our clients don't wait days for help. They get real-time answers, fast resolutions, and dedicated support, both on-site and remote. From Los Angeles to Orange and Ventura counties, our coverage is local, statewide, and nationwide. When you need us, we're already on the way. We're not just an MSP. We build with you. From cloud migration to security to every endpoint in your network.
At Titan Elite, we don't just solve problems. We prevent them from happening. We become a part of your team and we grow with you.
Titan Elite IT Services and Consulting. Strategic, scalable, trusted, and always on.
Are you looking for a place to kick back and celebrate? Well, the Glenarden Club has got you covered. Upstairs, you got a private lounge with a cigar room. Downstairs, you got the Moose Den, where you can have cocktails and private events. Hey, are you even hungry? They got an outside pizzeria serving one of the best pizzas in town. If you're interested in becoming a member with the Glenarden Club or booking an event, contact the WiseNuts. We'll connect you to the boys at the Glenarden, and you could become a member here or host your next gathering. When did you come out as trans?
That podcast was the first time that I
No.
came out
You personally.
publicly. Personally, it was when I was 14 years old. I was a ward of the state and in DCF. I don't know if you know what that means. That means foster homes.
So you grew up in a broken family.
I did.
Okay,
They're
and did
together
you,
now?
Jess? So it's her turn. So you grew up in a broken family.
I did.
Did you ever meet your mother and father?
Yes, I was raised with my mother.
And
my father, no. But once I hit, teen years, things got a little different. And I was separated from my mother and
Why?
in foster homes. Why?
Mhm.
I don't want to disclose the reason why I was in the foster homes, but initially I was pushed aside, cast out of my family. And that's when being cast out, now I could be who I am with.
You were cast out because you were showing feminine sides as a young boy?
I was always showing feminine sides from the beginning, which is what I tried to prevent. But being who I was, I could not help it. I'm petite, I'm small. My voice was high. I tried to be the man that everyone wanted me to be or expected of me. But no matter what I did, it just shows that it was just a front. And the first time that I felt like myself was when I wore this. When I put it on was the first time that I felt like I wasn't wearing someone else's clothes. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't playing someone like a part. And that's when I didn't know what a transgender was at 14. My family was raised Puerto Rican and we're in Brooklyn, and there was all that stuff was just not okay with Christian and all that. So I didn't know what it was that was different about me. All I knew was that I was feminine. I liked men. And, you know, at first I thought it was gay, you know what I mean? Because that's what people know this day and age. And there wasn't many transgender girls up in when I was growing up.
The internet wasn't popping like that.
Yeah. And I never had a phone up until I was 18 years old. So I don't know. I was very sheltered and didn't know about what really was out there. It took me some time to realize what I was. After finding that out, you know, I never stopped since. I just followed the path that is learned with taking hormones and living my life as a woman at 14 years old.
Did you have any childhood
Trauma?
experiences where you were, let's say, molested or any of the sexual
Absolutely.
experience? Or you did?
Absolutely.
So do you think that's because it seems like most, if not all, people who are trans or even gay have some type of
childhood trauma.
Yes,
childhood
I
trauma.
can see where it may go hand in hand to where people would think, oh, because I was molested, it's what changed me to be who I was, or a gay man to same situation. But truth be told, even just people who aren't gay get molested all the time and they don't change as a person. You know what I mean? It's mainly not necessarily me being molested changed me as a person. This is who I was, I believe, from the beginning. Trauma and molestation is a different aspect of it.
When did you begin hormone therapy?
21.
And why did you begin hormone therapy?
Why? Because after finding out what transgender was, I knew that's the next step to being fully complete.
So where did you go to find out what a transgender was? Because technically you were a gay man.
Yes. At the time in high school, I was a gay man because I didn't know.
Had you been with men at the time or no?
Huh?
Had you been with men at the time prior to you?
Because of my molestations over the years, I never was sexual until after I graduated high school by choice, you know. All the other times weren't by choice, so it took me some time to like be ready for that kind of moment. But I found out the whole trans thing through a convention. My foster, what was it? My social worker brought me to a convention in Yukon. It was called True Colors. And it's basically a whole convention and a pride event at a college where there's workshops where they explain what like drag queens are and transgender people and gay people and all that. And through that, you know, I found out the other aspects of the LGBT, you know what I mean? It was more like just a workshops where they explain certain things, and it's where it clicks into your head like, oh, okay, well, maybe this is what it was all along. And from then on, I never stopped since.
Do you believe that's what it was all along?
What had happened was the last workshop was a drag situation. So I'm in a huge auditorium in a college, and they're like, this drag queens are like talking about what drag is. And like at the end of it, they're like, who wants to try it? So like everyone's raising their hand. I raised my hand, and sure enough, me and the drag queen make eye contact. She goes, or he goes, you, and then like pulls me to the back in front of everybody, paints half my face with makeup and tells me to do the other side, and then puts a wig on me and clothes or whatever. And then that was the clear moment after seeing myself in that light and feeling what it felt like being in that state. Like I said, I felt comfortable for the first time in my life. Before, when I'm wearing boy clothes and doing all that boy stuff, it's almost like you're like crawling out of your skin. Like you're just like not comfortable. It doesn't feel right. But wearing the skirt and the top and the wig and had the makeup on and walking around the Yukon college, I never felt more me.
You just said the drag queen.
Yes, it was a drag queen.
Well, but you said the drag queen pointed at me and she said, well, he said.
He said.
Right. Why did you correct from she to a he? So,
well, because a drag queen is a
dude,
an impersonator. It's an art form, not necessarily wanting to live their life every single day as a woman.
See.
That's why.
Okay.
And the same thing for Jeffree Star. You know, he is just interested in makeup and the feminine parts of what he wants to look like, but he doesn't want to live his life like a woman.
Kind of.
Huh?
Is that what RuPaul was? Drag queen.
RuPaul was a drag queen.
Shout out to RuPaul. RuPaul's
now, what's because I was going to ask you, what's the difference? I mean, you kind of answered it between like a flamboyant gay man or a trans woman. Mm-hmm. Why not, let's say, be a flamboyant gay man instead?
Okay, well, why not have stayed a flamboyant gay man? Because even still being a gay man, I'm wearing male clothes and I'm still portraying this. Even gay men have to consider themselves men, you know. For me, I was still playing a part, and I was even too feminine to be a gay man, you know what I mean? It was more so woman-esque, you know. I'm not, and even still, like, I'm not woman enough to be a woman, and I'm not man enough to be a man, you know. I'm in between stage, you know.
So you don't even know what you are.
I know what I am. I'm a transgender woman, but to society, I'm in between.
I mean,
It seems like you guys are soaking in a lot right now.
no, it is, but it's good to realize that
I have lipstick.
On your teeth.
you know you're not oblivious to reality, because to me, and I think I could speak for both of the gentlemen here with us, is the perception that's painted online and social media is different, right? It's like they're completely oblivious to reality, and I think we have a clip that we can go to which demonstrates this is what we see on a day-to-day basis,
Right?
Okay.
and we're like, okay, what the, like, this is what the community represents.
He doesn't have the clip, by the way.
Oh, you don't have?
You guys are going to clip it on the thing, though.
Yeah, we'll
okay.
clip it.
Okay.
What is it generally?
Basically, it's the clip of that the man who identifies. Does he even identify as a transgender woman? Who,
I don't know what the hell
who
he
had a
identifies
baby
as.
through surrogacy, and then he's being handed a little baby in the hospital bed, and he's holding the baby as if he just went through 18-hour labor or some bullshit like that, and he's got a hairy chest with a little newborn baby on his chest, pretending to be a mother.
That person considers himself trans, you're saying? Or
we don't know what the hell that
we
person
consider that person a mentally ill individual, because you're laying down a hairy chested man and you're holding a newborn baby as if you're comforting that baby, because you held that baby in your womb for 9 months, and now you went through 20-hour labor. This is the nonsense that bothers
This
people.
is going to be confusing for the kid too.
Whereas you're sitting here, you're admitting to the fact that you had certain issues in life. It took you a while to realize it. You still don't identify. You're not claiming to be a woman. You're claiming to be a trans woman. Right.
I can never claim to be something that I'm not.
But then you go on X and anywhere else. It's like, yes, men can give birth. How the fuck is a man supposed to give birth?
Well,
you tell me. I mean, how?
Well, I feel like with the subject in itself, things get misconstrued and people's opinions get pushed, when realistically a lot of those situations that you're speaking of are being represented by not even fully trans people. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. You can't just sit here and be like going into a girl's bathroom with a full beard. And I don't agree with that either. Before I even used bathrooms, public bathrooms, which was a long time, I needed to be fully comfortable with even just going into a women's bathroom. I wouldn't even go to the bathroom at all at the point where I was like fully transitioning.
Let's talk about this. Let's clip this. There's a clip of Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star just went on, I forgot what podcast it was.
Oh, and that's another thing. Jeffree Star was mentioning about the bathroom situations. Do I agree with him? Yes. But do I think that someone that's not even trans should be speaking on it? No. His opinion was relevant and exactly what I would have said.
What was he talking about?
But he necessarily doesn't go through the problems that a transgender would go through. So why are you representing me,
Look, for example, if we were at a restaurant, wherever, if you walked into a women's restroom, I don't think any of us would sit there and be like, gee, I wonder, is she going into her...
Yeah. But what if I walked into a male's bathroom?
Looking like that?
You would be blown the fuck away.
Looking like this, people expect me to go into the male's bathroom, right?
No, not if you dress like that.
Or they don't want me to use the bathroom at all.
So you're saying you accept and you're okay with her using the women's bathroom as long as she does her business in the stall, keeps it private, walks out. You're okay.
Because she doesn't have a beard.
Okay.
She doesn't, I mean, again, she doesn't look like a man.
Correct.
Right? But you've got these men,
bad examples on
who are going into women's bathrooms. And look, at the end of the day, and this is happening in schools. One of my friends whose kids go to high school here, his daughter saw a boy walk into the girls' bathroom.
That's crazy.
And he's a full-on boy, okay?
It's crazy.
And when he called the administrator, like, well, they have the right to, to identify. What do you mean they have the right to identify as a girl? What does that mean?
I'm gonna let you guys know. I don't stand for none of that shit. Fuck that. After 18, you want to figure that out?
But the people that are in control of the bathroom situation is the one that we need to be pointing fingers
Facts.
to.
Right.
Realistically, the little boy is being told that they can go into any bathroom. So why wouldn't he go in any bathroom?
And what he told them is, listen, why don't you guys put a separate bathroom where individuals like him can go into?
Mhm.
Why are you forcing, let's say if they've got 1,000 students, 500 of them are girls. Why are you forcing 500 girls to be uncomfortable when all you need to do is just build one more private bathroom for that confused individual to go there? What do you mean no?
Isn't it safer to build a separate bathroom?
No. How about we come back to reality and let boys be boys and girls be girls and boys go. He needs to go to a boys' bathroom.
So she want.
Yeah, he.
So you want her to use the bathroom?
So you'd be comfortable with me going to the bathroom?
I would rather have you go to the male bathroom than go into a bathroom with my daughter. That my daughter's walking. I'm sorry. No offense.
No offense to your wife. Would your wife feel comfortable with her walking in the bathroom with you?
Of course she would.
But what about the boys? The little boys, they have to see some girl
this is true.
looking.
That's when you have a conversation with your boy and you say,
okay,
that's a different type of boy.
Well, I mean, there's boys going to the bathroom on their own. If I walk into a bathroom, is that not going to cause an uproar to the boy?
Your son comes to you, Dad, I think there was a girl in the bathroom. No, you know what, son? That was a different type of boy.
This gets
but what about my comfortability? At the end of the day, you want me to be uncomfortable around. You think I want to be?
So I have to change. I have to change my bathrooms, and I have to add a bathroom to satisfy you.
It's not to satisfy me. It's to satisfy everybody as a whole.
Who's everybody?
Meaning
the 1% or less than 1%.
You're not okay with me going into the girls' bathroom.
So you want to satisfy less than 1% for you?
I want to satisfy everybody as a group.
Who's everybody? Everybody is no. At the end, look. At the end of the day, no offense, you are still a man.
To you.
No, to you as well. To God.
Not
to everybody.
Me. I don't look at myself like a man.
Listen. I can go to In-N-Out and I could order a double and pretend it's a chicken sandwich. It's not a chicken sandwich. It's still a double beef patty. You are still a man at the end of the day.
That's your opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's a fact, though.
I understand.
Facts don't care about your feelings. That's the difference.
I don't care about your feelings either.
I don't need you to care about my feelings.
I know.
But at the end of the day, there's only one person who's going to judge. It's God.
Absolutely.
And God loves what?
God loves everybody. But God created. But listen to this. If you read Genesis, what did God create? Men and women, right?
Yes.
What else did he say in Leviticus?
Tell the fans.
Will you tell me what he said?
I don't know. I didn't go to.
Do you want me to read it?
I want you to read it.
I'll read it right now. Sexual relations are meant between male and female.
And who wrote this? God or Jesus?
Jesus is God.
Yeah, but
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
But doesn't God tell you not to sin? And sin is like lying and doing all this other stuff. People do that all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
So realistically, nobody's fucking perfect. And honestly, I'm living my life for me, not God.
No. Well, in order to enter heaven, you got to walk through the blood of Christ.
And in order to enter heaven, I have to take it up with him, not you.
I didn't say you have to take it up with me. I never said this. I never said you have to take it up with me.
No,
you have to take it up with him.
Absolutely. And I will when I get there.
When you get there. If you get there.
Absolutely.
We're going to get there. Because my lady's never heard a damn person in her life.
Well, hopefully I see you there.
If anything, I'll go to hell.
No, listen, I'm not the one to judge.
Yeah, he's not. I don't feel like he's coming at me.
No, we're cool.
No.
Everyone understand this is very respectful
this
topic.
Is just a debate.
No. Listen, this is a conversation. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. But again, at the end of the day, you can pretend who you want to be, but at the end of the day, your chromosomes don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
God forbid something happens with your prostate or your testicles or your penis. You're gonna have to see a urologist. You're not gonna go see a gynecologist.
Right.
So you don't think genetics explain your cousins?
Back to the bathroom situation. I don't agree with having special treatment. I'm not saying anything like that. Or what I'm saying is everybody's side has their own valid points about comfortability on both parts. I think to shut everybody up, having that middle ground is the most important thing.
That's segregation. That's not okay.
Absolutely, but we're being segregated.
No, that's divide and conquer.
Black and white bathroom.
No, that's not okay.
Male and female bathroom.
That's not okay.
Bring this back to the bathrooms, white and blacks.
That's not okay.
Is it any different?
It's not okay.
None of
it's not okay.
Well, you want to go back to that? You want to bring back? You want to add a third bathroom?
Well, they are bringing that back.
How about this? How about you go find a family bathroom?
I'm cool with it. Let me explain. So this is how it got brought up. Let me get back on track. I want you guys to put this clip in your thing of Jeffree Star bringing up. Jeffree Star is an advocate for the community, but Jeffree Star does not identify as a lady like her, so he doesn't know what a trans woman deals with.
Jeffree Star identifies as a man.
Okay, Jeffree Star.
If I'm not mistaken, Jeffree, you tell us, Jeffree.
Yeah.
What do you identify as a man or female?
And I like Jeffree. We like Jeffree. Jeffree's dope. Jeffree said he thinks it's bullshit that somebody could literally out of nowhere say, I'm becoming trans, and then all of a sudden they think they got the right to use the women's bathroom. And no, you fucking don't. And it's a confusing topic because this is what sparked this within me. One of my best friends recently, we went to New York and we met my best friend and his girl. This is the first time that my best friend is meeting any type of trans woman. We all go out to eat, hanging out the whole day, having a great time. He literally sat across from my girl having a great time. This is someone who's very right-wing, very homophobic, transphobic. So we get back to Florida. We're in Florida. We get back to LA and I see him post something about, it was some type of person dressed in like a Hello Kitty outfit, some trans person who had a full beard and everything was saying, like, I can't use the bathroom at my job because I don't have a trans bathroom. And it's like, he posted this and put like LMAO, like now they need their own bathroom. This is my best friend, and this is my fiance. Can you show? I have a rock in her finger, dog.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So I got upset because I said, look, I'm with you guys on a lot of your views. Jeffree Star, I got a lot of the same views. We have a lot of the same views. It's a very fucked up topic because, okay, where a lot of the right wing doesn't want her to use the women's bathroom. Okay, cool. She uses the men's bathroom. It's like, our kids go to that bathroom we make their own bathroom for them.
It's a problem. It's a problem either or. I'm damned if I go to the girls. I'm damned if I go to the boys. If I have my own bathroom, I'm damned. So what am I shitting in a bag? I gotta go.
It's confusing. No, it's and I see it's really fucked up, and that's because they brought this shit into politics too.
Look, it's confusing because you're attempting to confuse other people. That's what it is. Like, what are you?
Well, I mean, I don't walk around asking, what are you? Who's to say regardless of what I am, I'm just living my life just like everybody else. Me walking down or crossing paths to you, it's not anyone's say to be like, oh, well, what are you? You know what I mean? Like, realistically, I'm living my life. You're living your life. Just do your own business. Like, why is it this whole freaking thing where majority of the people are just trying to use the bathroom? You know what I mean? They're not trying to sit here and do all that extra shit.
The problem is that there's so many individuals who have used the bathroom and
the sick people.
Yes, and things have happened in that bathroom where it's scarred individuals.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Where people like me turn around and say, again, I'm not blaming you for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. But what I'm saying is, as a male with the XY chromosomes, right? Yes.
Yeah.
XY chromosomes, you belong in a male's bathroom. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know who you are. This is the first time we've met. This is the first time we've had a conversation. I don't know what you're capable of.
But the question comes down to, her thing is, if you saw me walking in a restaurant to the restroom, are you going to assume I'm supposed to go into the male bathroom?
I'm just, it doesn't matter.
And even if I appease what you want.
It doesn't matter what you look like.
Of course it matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because you would never know. That's the difference.
Look,
what do you mean?
The reason why it matters is the point of matter is, okay, like, for example, if I appease you and I go to the male's bathroom, who's to say that a sick man is not going to abuse me in the male's bathroom because I look so feminine? You know what I mean?
What would you think if you saw her in the male's bathroom?
It'll make you feel uncomfortable.
No, I would be like, as a dude.
I would love it if me and my girl could go to the bathroom together.
You would just
why is he in the male's bathroom then?
I don't know.
You would ask. I'm sorry.
You confuse yourself.
No.
Why is he in the male's bathroom?
I'd be like, why? I'm sorry. I think the female bathroom's over there. Well, and then you would confirm. You know what? No, I'm a trans woman, trans man.
That answers the question.
Trans woman.
The issue that we have is that you have men who couldn't even pay to get fucked by a prostitute or walking into a girl's bathroom pretending to be women. That's the problem. It's the problem. I don't think that's what I'm saying. From without knowing that she's born a man. Again, my point is, you saw her at Americana, wherever she walks into a ladies' room. I don't think you're having a conversation with your wife. Yeah, I think that's a man. Why did he go into the women's bathroom?
Correct.
Right? But then you got these other that do that. Of course, you're going to notice that.
So then, what do you
That's
do?
the
What do you?
difference.
Okay, so what do you do to the opposite? It's a female dressed as a male. They go into the men's bathroom.
There's levels to this shit.
There are women.
You see what? Do
Confusing.
you see?
It's very confusing, bro. I'm telling you, I dated trans women.
And really, realistically,
So what do you? Dude, I'm serious.
So
What do
at
you
that
do there?
At that point, wouldn't
So
you
now,
rather?
now we add a fourth bathroom. Now,
Yeah.
if you're
Well,
now,
if we have a bathroom for handicap, maybe we put one for them. Why not?
Oh, what? But you can't. What,
what? You know what? Fuck it. Why don't we just go? You know what? If you're
It's
black, if
okay.
you're white, if you're Arab, if you're Asian,
back then there was only male and female.
if you're a midget, here's a urinal that's shorter for you.
They
They
Come
do
on,
have shorter
man.
urinals.
Exactly. I
Do
know,
they not?
but at the end of the
You should
day,
know that. Short
yes,
urinals.
they do.
But for a transgender,
Sure.
I love
transgender
it.
bathroom
Come on,
is
shake on
for-
that one.
Let her answer this. 'Cause
Go ahead, go
a,
ahead, go
a
ahead.
transgender bathroom is for the FTM and the MTF. So
What?
Oh, what the hell is that?
We're not familiar with
an
the
FTM
ABC
is
alphabet.
a female to
lingo.
male transgender person. So the one that you said that looks like a man, and then an
Male to
MTF.
female.
Oh, you're
is
even
male
more
to
confused
female.
about this than we are.
No,
So
FTM,
that-
MTF. Yeah.
If there's
okay.
3 bathrooms, the
FML.
FTM,
Fuck my life.
M2M.
they're the in between, so they can go in the in between bathroom. Or just say neutral
So-
bathroom.
so
I
with-
see. I feel you right now, and this is my fiance, and I'm like, fuck. Well, how did I get into this world? But it's crazy. And look, you know what? Let me explain the significance of me being with this trans woman, or this queen. I used to fucking pick on people. I heard, dog.
Did you consider trans people before mentally ill?
Straight men, weirdo. If I will admit it today, and everyone who knows me from Long Island, I would have made fun of me. I would have been in the comments. I would have made fun of her.
Yeah.
That is the significance of me coming out on the internet and saying I'm a male who dates a trans lady and I'm straight. I was that person, bro. I would spit on, bro. I have spit on gay people. Now I'm an advocate, but now I'm an advocate.
You shouldn't spit on anyone.
No, and exactly, because they're humans, just like my lady is right here. And the hate that she receives from the world because of a fucking bathroom is exactly like she's getting spit on verbally, dog, is what I'm trying to bring to your light. The shit that the world comments and says and does to her, fuck me, I'm a man, I can handle this shit. She's got a different type of feeling, bro. She gets spit on by fucking...
The internet is a cruel world. I mean, people hide
The
behind...
world is...
The world is, but the internet's much, much crueler.
It
Trust me.
is.
You look at you jump into the comments. Sometimes I trip and fall and stub my toe jumping into the comments with certain topics. But the internet, people can hide behind profiles and fake pictures and comment all they want.
Some doctors treat pain, others help you understand it. Dr. Rafi Gureghian has dedicated his career to helping people live stronger, healthier, and more aware of their bodies. His approach goes beyond quick fixes. It's about rebuilding movement, discipline, and mindset. A true professional who's changing the way people think about health and recovery. Presented by the WiseNuts podcast, highlighting leaders who make a difference.
When you're involved in an accident, choosing the right attorney is the most important decision you can make. Let us show you why we're different at Megeredchian Law. With 11 attorneys on our team, we're able to go to trial and fight for your case. More important, the pedigree of our firm is customer service, so you always get a call, you always get an update. Lastly, we're results driven. We win. Let us show you how. Call us at 818-530-1300 or bestcaraccidentattorney.com.
Do you get death threats in your messages? Do you get people telling you that they found your location, they're going to kill you? I'm just curious.
We have.
You have? Okay. Because
On your views, perhaps, but what about just being you? Just living your life, doing your everyday routine, and people just want you to die just for being you.
Yeah, because of our views.
But
What are your views?
But I'm not.
who's coming at you? What kind of people?
Listen. We've had conversations about Israel. We've had conversations about Palestine. We've had conversations about the alphabet people.
Liberals
and
love us.
Antifa. Oh yeah, the left loves us, man.
Yeah. The left,
So
if you allow them
whatever
to.
the comments and the DMs you guys have gotten, trust me, we've gotten them too.
Okay.
We've been face to face with Antifa, like face to face, closer than where you're sitting and I'm sitting. we've been as close to
I'm gonna say
Antifa.
it right now. Fuck Antifa. Let me come across you, homie. You're getting your shit rocked, dog. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm gonna tell you, this does not include my girl. Fuck Antifa, homie. Let me see you. I'll break your shit straight like that, straight gangster. I'm not playing, bro. I see someone step on an American flag. I'm not a soldier, none of that shit. Respect to those soldiers, but I'm gonna get in that soldier mentality. I'm gonna break their shit. I'm gonna go for none of that. I'm waiting to see that personally.
Don't worry, we appreciate your patriotism.
Next
If you guys
next
go to
time
an
we have
Antifa
a
protest, you bring me.
next time we have a school district protest that goes, you know what, show up.
Yeah, you bring me, dog, because I'm with that shit, 100%.
Because you know the school, you know the Glendale Unified School District protests that were taking place, right? When the Armenian dads came in, we were the Armenian pops
Oh, were you?
that came
So
in.
I don't know anything about Palestine and stuff, none about. My point is generally, you guys have a platform. You're expressing your freedom of speech, right? And you guys get shit for it, right? You get all these people that don't even know you.
Well, that's the best thing about this country, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want.
This is great.
Except you can't speak against Israel. But
I
yes.
got no comments. But what I'm saying is, I come out, I say that this is the person I love. Forget what she is. This is the person I love. This is who I'm with. I found significance in her. I go on the internet. Everyone wants me dead. Friends and family want me dead. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking
That's unfortunate.
I mean, bro, I get called all the time. If that's what I am, that shit, like, I've learned to develop a shield towards this shit, bro.
And how would you go about, like, let's say, for example, you said you guys are all fathers. What would you do if your daughter wanted to be a man? What would you do if your son wanted to be a woman? How would you approach that situation?
They wouldn't.
But God forbid.
What do you mean they would?
Because we've come to kind of an understanding, especially interviewing a lot of people and reading a lot of psychology books, that majority of the people that go through trauma that you guys went through, and two of you are sitting right here, kind of cemented that as well, that there's some sort of abuse, sexual abuse or trauma that takes place in that person's life that leads them to that life.
Or there's an online, how do I say, influence, because they have phones today. Do your kids have phones?
No, they don't.
How old are they? I'm not trying to get too how old are they?
My daughter's 7, my son is 3.
Pull the mic a little closer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, my daughter's 7, my son is 3.
So it's funny because a lot of people come at us for, we're not pushing agenda. We're just pushing love,
No, I know
bro.
you guys aren't pushing agenda.
Yeah.
Look, it's not you guys. It's not you guys at all.
But there is a big group that is.
Unfortunately, there is. That's why. That's
Well,
why.
there's no representation for real representation for this category. so
Are
to
you
speak.
fighting to get rid of that representation?
I'm fighting to at least let the things that are actually real, and aside from all the bullshit, you know what I mean? Like when you think transgender women, you think those CDs, cross-dressers who are like bearded and all that, because there's nobody representing us and saying what it really is. It's all he say, she say, and gossip and all that other stuff.
So what do you do there then?
What do you do where?
As far as fixing that?
Every day, just trying to explain what it really means to be who I am.
It's tough because social media is
It's hard to say.
But imagine this.
No one will ever understand.
A family member's young daughter, I don't want to mention
Okay.
specifically, around 10 years old, goes to school. First day of school, you know what the teacher says?
It's okay to be a boy.
No. What's your pronoun?
I don't even know what mine is.
Like, what is
Are
that?
you
Come on, bro.
What does that mean?
This
What do you mean you
boy
don't know what your pronoun is,
I
bro?
make it my own. It's badass motherfucker. That's it.
You're a boy.
I can make my own, right? Isn't that what you, there's a million of
So
them.
you're not going to identify as a boy?
I'm a badass motherfucker. One of a kind.
Jessica.
What? You call me Jessica? She calls
Well,
me.
All right.
we know. Well,
There we go.
You're
See?
he.
See?
Pronouns mean him, her, and all that other stuff.
listen, we didn't ask you for an adjective. We asked you for a
He's-
pronoun.
No, this is not an act.
Listen.
What are your pronouns? Let me give him an adjective.
Listen,
he was
Jessica,
in
sweetheart.
Special ed.
This
He's
is,
not very-
ladies and gentlemen,
No, I
this
was.
is why elementary is the foundation of a good education.
No.
We asked him what his pronouns are. He gave us an adjective.
I
Please,
really,
what are your pronouns?
I really was special
He
educated.
was in special ed.
No, I
so
really was in
he's not
special
really
ed.
familiar with
I was
the
in
term.
special ed, not autistic special ed. There's different levels, but I was in special
You didn't wear
ed.
the helmet, right?
No, but
Okay,
I had
just
three. I had 3 teachers to every classroom
Listen, your-
specifically for me.
Your
up until
your
11th grade.
pronouns are he, him. That's what you.
Okay, cool.
You're a boy.
I fucking hate pronouns.
But,
I'm sorry. Like it's funny because
see,
a lot of people.
that's the issue we have.
Mhm.
There's too much.
Because-
You know we're playing role play here.
A
right?
child goes to school. The teacher has no freaking right to say, what's your pronoun?
Right, because then it has them raise their eyebrow, like, what does that mean?
And
And,
the-
they're dive
Yes.
deeping into all that. I understand
That's
that
what you
part.
should fight for, to get rid of that bullshit.
Absolutely.
How do we do that?
I think
And at the
things need
minute
to-
that bullshit is gone, the hate towards you is gonna go. It's
Things
gonna,
should've
if not
just stayed
completely
the
go
way
away,
they were
but
previously before these rules and all that. Like I agree with lifestyle. Like kids should not know about these things until earlier on. Although if I would have known what I was earlier, I would be here faster. But truth be told, it's a touchy subject.
the only benefit to all of this, I'll tell you straight out, right? If you spoke to me over the phone, would you assume I'm a woman?
I wouldn't assume anything because when I was on the phone as a boy or as a man, people assumed that I was a woman. You know what I mean?
But my point is, the only benefit to all this bullshit is I could call as my mom to her credit card bank, whatever, and speak as her. Everybody's afraid to even question. Geez,
that's hilarious. Because I'll tell her, she's like, I can't call for you. I'm like, babe, they're not gonna fuck you. She'll call back social like shit for me. I'm like, just fucking tell them you mean.
So I'm curious, what does it say on your driver's license?
Female.
Show him right now.
Oh, it says female.
Just
can I see it?
Just answer the question. I'm answering him.
Can I see it?
Yes, you can see it.
Bro, her birth certificate.
No, her birth certificate says male. Don't get ahead of yourself, Tiger.
You can get it removed. He needs to just chill.
So how'd you change that to female?
How? Because that's what you can do. When you get to a certain point.
That's Florida too, fucking DeSantis.
Exactly.
When you get to a certain point, you have to be on hormones. You have to be in therapy, all the whole nine. They don't just give you an ID. This is female. There's like hoops you have to get through to get to that point. And that's what it matters at the end of the day. Like,
do you mind sharing your birth name?
Sorry, guys. Hey, Florida, you mind fucking shortening the driver's license number? It's like longer than the VIN number.
Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
Explain how long what you have to go through to get on hormones.
He's the interviewer, not
My
you.
bad. Shit. Fuck.
Like I said, don't get ahead of yourself,
I know,
Tiger.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm excited, man. I love being on camera.
So since you brought that up, how did the hormones change you? Were you taking like estrogen or?
Yes.
And how did that change you?
In terms of what, mentally or physically?
Both.
Okay.
They're interested.
Well,
listen, I'm considering it. That's why.
Mentally, mentally and physically, it does do things to you. You're literally putting stuff in your body that's going to change the way you think, the way you are. Like the first initiation, when you physically you get boobs, like your nipples get bigger and your areolas. Same thing when a woman hits her puberty is what happens when you take hormones as a MTF. And then, but mentally, it definitely does something mentally where, depression and all that, because you're heightened, your hormones are heightened, like almost like pregnancy.
So would you be against that type of hormonal treatment to little children?
Absolutely. I don't think it's right to put that onto someone who's not 100% there. I waited until after high school to do the full thing because I wanted to really know that this is what, once you do it, there's no going back. And at the end of the day, I didn't want outside people to affect my transition. So I just waited until high school to start the actual full transition. But I lived my life as a woman.
But you haven't fully transitioned.
Fully mean?
Well, fully means as in like...
chop it off?
Yeah.
No.
Is there a possibility you may go back?
Absolutely not.
How do you know?
Because I would never go back to the person I was playing. I'm the person that I am now. And I would never go further either because then I feel like I'm portraying something that I'm not.
The only reason why I ask is because as time goes on, you change and you grow as a human being, as a person.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that you haven't taken that step kind of, I don't know, again, maybe I'm wrong.
But don't you think I'm deceiving people if I have a vagina?
Well,
and saying I'm a woman?
Well, maybe you're deceiving yourself thinking that, hey, listen, I may go back. To Joshua, right? You said, what was it? Jacob?
I would never go back to that.
How do you know?
The detransition
because I just know, like realistically, the person that I was then was not me. I didn't even feel like me. The person that I was as Jacob, I was playing what everyone's telling me to be. The society roles of...
You don't think you're playing somebody now playing kind of dress up?
No, because without the clothes, without the makeup, I feel like a transgender woman. And like I said, if I had bottom surgery, I'm trying to appease society's way and just oh, I need to go the full force because then I'm a woman. I have to pick one.
Well, you're still
rather
not a
than
woman if
being
you
what
do
I
that,
am,
bro.
which is this.
Yeah, I mean, but technically, you're still not a woman if you do that.
Can I-
Yeah, I know,
You're
right?
just causing
why
more
would
medical
I wanna do that? If I'm
complications.
technically not a woman still even getting a
Yeah.
vagina, why would I want to even do that? You know?
But see, look, even her movements, everything's very feminine. There's nothing.
Can I explain
There's
something?
nothing
'Cause
masculine about her.
you really think that let me explain something. These transition rates vary across studies, but are generally low, ranging from under 1% to around 13% in different surveys. With many people detransitioning temporarily due to external pressures like social stigma, which we're breaking, or family pressure, rather than internal identity reasons. You understand? There's the pressure that society puts on this of the stigma of men and trans women. I'm sure that
So you asked me about the kids thing. Do I believe that they need to have hormones? No, I think that, and when there's rules to it, realistically, you need to be in therapy for at least 3 to 4 years before even getting hormones. So realistically, you can't just be a kid unless the parents allow it. And realistically,
Not in California.
Not in California.
In California
Or
the
Minnesota.
the kid.
they could do without family's consent.
Yeah, the kid,
I think
the
with this
kid
day
could
and
go to
age,
administration
with social media and them being so accessible to what a transgender woman is and what this, that, and the third, they may get confused. So I feel like it's important for, the government or the system to determine if that's rightfully what they want to do before getting to this point.
Why the government? Because look, when you
they're in
become
control.
no, that's the problem. When you become a doctor, you take a Hippocratic oath, right?
Mhm.
Which is to protect, to serve. It's not to we're going to appease by government. That was one of the mistakes they made during COVID. Is they followed government mandates and tyranny. Basically, that's why nobody trusts the healthcare system anymore. Same thing is going to happen with the school systems. Nobody's going to trust the school systems anymore, school administration, because why? They think they have more power than the parent does. The moment you take away the parents' decisions and authority over their children, I'm not talking about the abusive parents and all that. Those people, that's not what we're talking about. A loving, respectful parent has all the rights to their children until they're 18 years old.
Amen.
There's zero exceptions to that. The moment you start messing around with that, that's when we have issue. That's the reason why people like us have issue with the whole situation. Listen, what people do in their own privacy, I don't care. You want to sleep with men, women, you want to sleep with your neighbor's cat, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But the moment you start shoving it down our throats, and then the kids especially,
I agree.
you come near my boys and you try to ask them questions about, hey, you think you're a girl, you think you're this, you're that.
Which is why I said they should just leave it the same where it was previously and let it happen after 18. There should be a rule necessarily to wait until you're 18.
Exactly.
Just like drinking and alcohol.
Yes.
I think it would save
you can't
a lot
buy
of problems.
cigarettes, but you can cut your thing off.
Yeah, right.
That's really fantastic, right?
No, look, I'm total man.
Kids are too easily, influenced to do things that they may not even want. So, yeah, I think they should just leave it outside of school. School is supposed to be knowledge and supposed to be teaching them.
No politics,
not
no
sex or anything like that.
But then today's environment, kids go to school, the teacher is bashing, Trump, or they're bashing.
It's none of their business.
It's not your place to praise him or bash him. Or any politician for that
matter. But a lot
matter.
of things are out of our control. No matter what, there could be rules into place. No matter what, people are going to do what they want to do.
Do we know why things are out of control?
Why? Well, yeah, there's
the fucking phone, bro. You don't want your kid to see any of this shit. So my nephew grew up, and I love my nephew. I don't talk to my family no more. I got no ill will towards him. My nephew was handed an iPad at like 5 years old. He was able to run this iPad. He's a genius at it now. He's got his own Facebook page and everything. Kid's like 10 years old, bro. If you don't want your kid to be subjected to these types of things, I'm sorry. It might sound crazy to not let your 14-year-old run around with a phone today because they need to call their parents. Bro, your kid can't have social media at a young age.
You could give your kid a phone. Don't let him on social media.
Correct. That's a fact.
Give them a phone. Don't let them on social media. And if you do allow them to on social media, monitor what they're watching, and talk to them. Look, man.
Agree.
Having a conversation, we've said this so many times, having a fucking conversation with your kids is the most important thing in the world. Dude, my daughter is, well, she's 8 now. She turned 8 a couple weeks ago. My daughter and we have lunch dates.
That's cute.
That's
I pick her up. We'll go have some. I go, Eileen, what do you want to eat today? You want In-N-Out? Let's go to In-N-Out. We're going In-N-Out. We'll sit down. How's
Which
school?
bathroom do you use?
The short guy.
What was it? The F. Motherfucker, you're shorter than me.
5'7",
Right.
5'7".
On a good day. On a good day.
And some
6'7",
stilettos.
5'7".
Anyways, but
That's like Wes Watson. He says he's 6 foot. He's 5'7".
we sit down. I'll ask her, how was school? What did you learn today? What made you smile? What made you sad?
Okay.
Like you these conversations are important, and your kid begins to trust you, because who's the most important person to trust is the parent.
And when you have these conversations, how old's your kid again? You said?
My daughter's
8.
8.
Okay, so no phone. I feel like when kids hit 14, it's like their parents fight to get this conversation on them because
Look,
they're
man,
so glued to their phone.
We grew up without phones, yes or no?
Facts, me too. Yeah,
Yes or no?
iPhones just happened when I was in high school.
But regardless of
11th
that,
grade.
we also grew up knowing that gay is bad. You can't do this. You can't do that, right?
So, bro, I remember
Facts.
being in like 4th grade, and we were talking about my mom's gay cousin. And I said, if my fucking kid is ever gay, he's out of the fucking family. I'm not gay, but I'm definitely out of the family. Like off the life insurance. My grandmother's like 86. You want to hear some shit? I called my grandma the other day, right?
Just have you been with a dude?
Yes.
Yes.
Bro, you're gay.
If you have to think about it.
Bro, you're gay.
That's because that's my past. Because I was figuring out who I was.
Well, it's not just gay and straight. There's that bisexual. So it's like
No, there's no such thing.
polyamorous.
No, there isn't.
I did it.
There's no such thing as bisexual.
I did it for O fans.
No?
No,
I did it for money.
not for dudes.
So you don't think someone could like more than one thing?
You can't suck a dick and go back from that.
No, I'm not saying that you don't go back to anything. Once you suck a
No.
dick, you suck a dick.
So if your wife,
What I'm saying is
No, I'm sorry.
he liked
How would you know you
me.
can't go back from that?
He still likes pussy.
I still like pussy.
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna go.
Hold on. We're
do that.
analyzing this. How do you know you can't go back from sucking it one time?
I don't
That's a
know.
fact.
You have
Are
to
you
try
Are
it.
you questioning it?
You have to try it.
Well, you say it so confidently. I'm curious. See, I could say that, but I'm not as confident as you are.
What do you mean confident as I am?
Who do you think's got the biggest dick in this room right now?
Bro, I don't even want to. I'm not.
How do you
I know for sure. Who
How do
does.
you know you don't like it if you haven't tried it? That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I'm not even gonna dive
even
in.
wanna get into
I
that.
don't even want to get into that, because for me to even talk about that, dude, I mean,
Why does it
Reli-
make you so uncomfortable?
because it's against my faith.
Oh, okay.
That's
Religious
why.
I
wise,
respect that.
religious wise,
100% it is,
Okay.
bro. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I mean, you're testing my faith right now. That's
okay.
why.
Okay.
That's no, that's not okay. I believe in a traditional husband, wife. That's it, bro.
Yeah, this is my wife.
This is my
To
wife
you.
too.
That's my wife.
That's
Let me ask you something.
she just threw an uppercut
So
at you.
why do you call him your wife?
Because I feel like
We joking around, man.
it's all fun and games.
My
you
name
know,
is Jesse.
realistically.
My mom and
He's my
sister.
husband, but you know,
She called you Jessica.
My mom and sister always called me
'Cause
Jessica growing
I
up.
feel like men have their little feminine side at the end of the day.
So you were groomed
to
to
play
be
poke
gay.
fun
Matter of
the
fact,
situation.
shout out to my family because they're the ones that called me Jessica growing up as
Listen,
a joke.
you guys groomed your young boy here, and
Yeah.
you can't oust them
I
out.
mean, let me ask you
Don't
something.
blame the family for
So
that.
if you can't consider her a woman,
He's sick.
No, I
He
can't,
did
bro.
that all
I
on his
can't.
own.
so
Trust
real
me.
quick, I just want to prove my point that I always prove.
Go ahead.
So your wife is a woman.
Yes.
Okay. Does she treat you like a lady? Like she treats you like a lady should treat her man? What does she do for you that a lady should do? What does a lady do for a man?
It's not about what my wife only does for me. It's what my wife's role is in general.
Well, what is the role of a lady? Can you tell me what the role of a lady is?
Look, man.
'Cause what is it?
My wife's role. Each of us has our own role.
Forget your wife. Just let's say a random girl because I don't want to get. I don't want to.
Let him answer. Damn it.
It's different, man, because look, a female goes through different roles in her life.
Mhm.
There's her role as a girlfriend, as a fiance, as a wife, as a mother, as a grandmother. Yes or no?
Yes, there's no.
And there's
absolutely.
different. These are different roles that they go through throughout life. Right now, my wife's role is to help raise good kids, make sure there's basically the kids are taken care of as far as nurturing, raising them. For me, it's about providing, it's about protecting, making sure there's food on the
Because you're
table.
going by the book.
Of course.
Okay. Well, do
Absolutely.
you feel like you're being your authentic self playing a part that everyone's saying
100%
that
I
you're
am.
playing?
Because that
Or-
drives me.
I understand.
You know what it is? It for me, as they say, I'm gonna speak in your language. It turns me on to be able to provide for my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's my drive, to be able to be like, you know what, sweetheart.
But how do you know it doesn't turn you on being that softer side if you haven't done it? You're always
I have my softer side. My softer side is to my daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
My daughter says, "Dad, I want a car." I'll be like, "What type of BMW you want?
No,
Or you want a Mercedes?"
the dates and all this.
Yeah, I'm screwed with my daughter. With my son, it's the complete opposite.
So what if your wife said, "I want you to be the little spoon"? How would you react?
The fuck does that mean?
The little spoon.
Would that be weird to you?
What's a little
Do you
spoon?
and your wife cuddle? Do you and your wife cuddle?
Of course we do.
Okay.
But
and
you're
are you
always the
behind?
big spoon, right?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
The big spoon.
What?
You're always behind her.
When you cuddle, you're like, she's like,
She never holds you.
No, my wife always wants to be held.
I know, but don't you need to be held too?
I hold him.
how would that make? Would that make you feel less of a man if your wife said, "I want to hold you"? Instead of you hold me, would that
No,
make you feel less of a
I
man?
want to hold my
I'm
wife.
saying,
I want to make sure that my wife is protected.
What-
What the hell are you guys talking about?
I'm
Because I
telling you,
hold him.
It's a
you know what I
legit
mean?
question. You
Okay, they
Would
said
it
you
make
want to
you
be the
feel-
big spoon. What the fuck is
Would it
big
make-
spoon?
would it-
okay,
but
meaning
would it
like
make
you're
you-
the outside or the inside.
It doesn't
No, it doesn't
You've
work that
never
way.
been, you've
Why
never been
not?
inside.
Does it, make,
No.
does it make you less of a man if she wanted you to be?
It
the
has
spoon?
nothing to do with me being less of a man, bro.
There's times when you're
That's the
laying
point.
down.
What is that? What does
That's,
it even
that's
mean?
the point that he's getting at. Because I hold him,
Let
he's
me-
not a
Oh,
man.
I was like, it's okay, honey.
You know, like-
Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, that's fine.
I'm a broken man, homie.
That's fine.
It don't make me less of a man.
I didn't say it makes you less of a man.
I'm
But when
being
you start
ridiculed out
But
here.
when you start throwing terminology as far as big spoon, little spoon, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Well,
Just say,
That's Long Beach lingo.
So
Long Beach, like,
my
yeah.
point is to you.
listen, man, I'm a traditional type of guy as far as certain topics and stuff. When you talk lingo like big spoon, little spoon, no, you got to say,
Do you like to be held?
My
Yeah,
point
you like to
is,
be held.
My point is that I'm out
God,
here.
what's happened to society?
My point is that I was accepted when I was this alpha, masculine, badass motherfucker, and I'm out here being honest and being ridiculed for just being a loving person towards my
Look,
partner.
you've gone through trauma in your life. That's the problem.
I don't look at it like trauma, man.
Well, it is trauma, Jess.
I feel this is my background. Shut the fuck up. Don't be a fucking bitch and get the fuck up.
That's
and go to work.
trauma. You know what? My dad has never spoken to me like that. You
That's
know,
how I got spoken to.
Do you want me to tell you something? I've heard my dad say "fuck" twice in my life.
I wonder
Must
if I
be
would.
nice.
Yeah, I wonder if I would have
All
been
that
different.
candy canes and gumdrops.
No, it's not candy canes and gumdrops.
It is for
He
some of
raised-
us. You
he-
know,
he-
like we
No,
all
it's
get
because my
raised
it's
with mom and dad.
no, it's
sometimes.
because mom and dad knew what their roles were and they knew how to basically carry themselves and how to speak when their children are present.
So are you saying when you don't have that, they end up like this?
I'm not saying it ends up like this. I'm saying it affects your children.
Mm.
I should play that thing with my parents fighting on a regular night.
Good night.
A regular.
It sucks,
night
man.
home.
Listen, I'm not.
No, you shouldn't,
Listen,
'cause it has nothing to
I'm
do
not
with
bashing
anything.
you guys on it. I'm just saying it's unfortunate
You
that
had no
happened.
choice.
No, absolutely.
You had no choice,
you
brother.
didn't choose that.
You guys
You
had no choice. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I was blessed. Yes, I was.
That's the hard work of your parents. So
Yeah.
it's dope. That's dope.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that you guys went through that. And I don't wish that on anybody, ever. Every single child needs to be raised by a good family, man.
And I mean, be real, I'm not gonna say I was broke. I was born like my girl really went through it. She lived in the projects and all types of shit.
And I'm sorry you went through that.
I grew
I
up-
truly am.
My mom raised me very well, and look, my dad did. My dad provided. My dad
But you still wanted validation from your father.
yes, like I was raised. It's so confusing, bro. Honestly, babe, it's for you guys. It's very confusing for me. My dad was my best friend, raised me good, but then there was times he would just give up on me. But then the next day, like it's so fucking confusing.
Look what my wife just wrote.
Was she right?
Look what my wife just wrote. She wrote,
She said,
I'm
I'm
always
always
cold,
cold.
so I
called him last
love
night.
when he when
Elena,
him
John,
spoon-
please be honest. You've never spooned him. Be honest.
Babe, please
when
don't.
when escrow was taking one additional day, the inspection, and he was thinking about, is escrow going to close? And you come from behind, you hold him. You say, "Baby, don't
So
worry."
I have this one view. If you can't look at her like a woman, can you at least look at her like a lady right now? If you can't consider her a woman, I'm cool with that.
No, I don't want to be considered a woman.
A lady, no. Can you
Jess.
consider her a lady?
Jess, she can she can believe whatever she wants. I could believe whatever I
Right.
want. That's it, bro.
But can you consider her a lady?
Why do I need to?
He doesn't.
Just based off her
Do you want my
appearance.
validation?
Absolutely, I don't need
That's it.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you,
Jesse,
that's
you're
what your
still seeking validation,
You
brother.
think so?
That's what you
Absolutely.
just did.
Because I want that for my lady. I want the world to respect my lady.
Do you want it?
I don't need it or want.
That's it, bro.
This is what I'm doing on the internet. I'm breaking the stigma. I just want the
Listen
world
to me.
not
You
accept
are
and respect
causing
us.
more anxiety and stress on yourself. She's not stressed about it. Why are you stressed about it for her?
Realistically, you're still looking for validation when you're never gonna get it from a person that you can't force validation either.
No, I know. Man, I'm just so loving. I just wear my heart on my sleeve. And
Listen, I'm not. Did I disrespect you at all?
No, not
That's
at all.
it, brother.
When you're involved in an accident, choosing the right attorney is the most important decision you can make. Let us show you why we're different at Megeredchian Law. With 11 attorneys on our team, we're able to go to trial and fight for your case. More important, the pedigree of our firm is customer service, so you always get a call, you always get an update. Lastly, we're results driven. We win. Let us show you how. Call us at 818-530-1300 or bestcaraccidentattorney.com.
Some doctors treat pain, others help you understand it. Dr. Rafi Gureghian has dedicated his career to helping people live stronger, healthier, and more aware of their bodies. His approach goes beyond quick fixes. It's about rebuilding movement, discipline, and mindset. A true professional who's changing the way people think about health and recovery. Presented by the WiseNuts podcast, highlighting leaders who make a difference.
Technology should move your business forward, not hold it back. At Titan Elite IT Services and Consulting, we make sure it does. Our clients don't wait days for help. They get real-time answers, fast resolutions, and dedicated support, both on-site and remote. From Los Angeles to Orange and Ventura counties, our coverage is local, statewide, and nationwide. When you need us, we're already on the way. We're not just an MSP. We build with you, from cloud migration to security to every endpoint in your network.
At Titan Elite, we don't just solve problems. We prevent them from happening. We become a part of your team and we grow with you.
Titan Elite IT Services and Consulting. Strategic, scalable, trusted, and always on.
Do you want the validation? I'll give you the validation.
Give me the validation that my dad never gave
Majority
me.
of people.
We love you, baby.
No.
I take you to In-N-Out next week. Yeah, you want In-N-Out next
Yeah,
week?
please.
He's
Let's get
gonna
a
spoon
double.
you later
Make it
tonight.
a
Don't
chicken
worry.
sandwich.
Oh God, yeah, I'll spoon you, Jess.
You guys will go on that couch. You'll spoon each other.
I think generally what it is, bro, like I don't come on social media to want to be famous and like this fucking asshole Ben Azula you had on. This guy's doing everything in the world to try to get famous and cool and popular. And I'm gonna fight Jake Paul and John Jones, and I'm gonna fucking my uncle built the pyramids, and I come on social media to really, bro, hopefully spread a message of acceptance, love, and respect, dog. I don't want people to accept me and my lady. Just respect us.
Look,
This world will be a better
everybody
place.
wants acceptance. Just because we're heterosexual doesn't mean we don't have issues.
True. No, this is true.
We deal with our own stigma. We deal with our own, being Armenian, being in a certain industry, being whatever it is. We deal with our own stigma. Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, as long as you're not trying to shove, and even with our podcast, right? We're not trying to shove our agenda down anybody's throat.
Do you feel like I'm shoving? Do you guys feel like I push?
No,
Be honest.
you are looking for validation.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into these things, but I'm
See-
31. I don't know everything, so
See,
I'm
for
learning
us,
about myself
You'll
still.
learn. Don't worry.
do you know what we stand for? Okay,
Tell me.
what we stand for is nuclear family. Fathers being present, mothers being present. That's what we stand for, family values.
In your general life, you're saying.
No,
Yeah,
on the
our
podcast.
Podcast.
That's our theme, right? Everything else we discuss: politics, sex, drama, you name it, medicine, law, anything you want, we'll discuss it. But what we stand for at the end of the day, we don't give a shit about the politician, any of these people, because it's all a game. We're just pawns in this big game,
I agree.
right?
No, I agree.
Obviously you have to support, you have to whatever it is, a little bit here, a little bit there. But at the end of the day, what matters to us is family. That's it. Friends, family, our community, nothing else. But specifically, number one is family. So we thrive on to be a good father, to be present. See, like our fathers were old school guys too. My father was an old school guy, blue collar guy, always made great living. He wasn't the type to sit down and say, hey, son, I'm proud of you. And every day,
Facts. Yeah,
that's just not how we grew up back then.
likewise.
But I even asked him one time, I said, Dad, are you proud of, I have a brother and a sister, but I said, are you proud of, my brother and I, because we started a business together years ago and all that. And he looked at me like, what the fuck am I asking him? Like, what does that even mean? Because in the Armenian culture back then, there was no, I'm proud of you. It's like, you're a man, you do what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
There is no, Papa's so proud of you, I'm going to give you a sticker.
Cookie.
Yeah, but now we're accustomed to telling our kids, boys and girls, listen, son, I'm proud of you, you did well. It's okay, you lost. It's what you learn from the loss. It's not, it's this mentality. This is what we're trying to portray at the end of the day. So that's why to us, it's whatever whoever community, whatever they do, it's fine. But then when they bring these parades and you got these guys taking advantage of the situation with their Speedos and Santa Monica parades, and you've got kids with, jack off parents who are there with their little kids. Like, I mean, that's not acceptable. It's not even acceptable for a heterosexual couple to be out there, doing sexual things in a parade. To me, that's not acceptable either.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
It's not that. It's just just shouldn't be allowed. Society has crossed the line so far. It's just everything has become just a circus act. It's nothing is acceptable. It's
modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever saw the show Euphoria? You ever watched
Euphoria? No.
So we just got asked to cast for season 3 on it, but you guys should watch Euphoria, bro.
That's not going to change your views at all.
You don't think that? I'm not asking to change your views. Just trying to show you guys generally what kind of life me and her both went through. I think it would be a good.
I'm sure they've seen movies.
Euphoria. I don't know that. I mean, here's the movie, but I don't know.
That's a massive show on HBO.
It's a show.
It's a show.
It's a really good fucking show, like Oscar award-winning show. I think it would really show you guys.
The one thing I'm kind of taking away from all this, as far as sitting down with the both of you and having this conversation, is whatever you guys are doing in your private life is in your private life. You're not out there pushing this agenda on children, on minors and all that stuff. I'm very happy for that. As far as our views will be our views. Your views will be your views. We're very happy and glad that you guys, whatever you're doing is, it's in your private life and it's not public. Thank God. But I mean, it is what it is. As she said, you could try to change our views all you want. My faith is my view.
And you don't need to. That's the thing.
You don't need to.
No, I don't want to change his views.
But you.
I like when people.
He wants that cookie.
Stop seeking validation, Jesse.
I'm gonna work on this.
Irene, if you're watching this, Irene, I may be sending you a referral.
I have. Who is this? A psychiatrist or something?
She's a therapist. Yeah.
I honestly need one, man.
Have you ever spoken to somebody?
Well, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm manic type 2.
You're what type?
I'm manic type 2 diagnosed. ADD, ADHD. Bipolar.
Everybody's got some autism, ADHD, all that stuff. Don't worry about it.
I'm diagnosed to
everybody's diagnosed.
Institutions, dog.
Are you on meds?
I've been in white walled institutions.
Are you on any sort of meds?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let me tell you something. When I'm not on them,
he's crazy.
Really?
Explodes. It's like he can't control his anger or his emotions or anything like that necessarily.
What do you do to check out?
To check out?
Yeah, like you get home, you want to just kind of check out from, because you never want to take work home.
I don't know what that's like, bro.
And that's what he did.
You take work home?
That's what the drugs problems arise from, using the drug to potentially relieve him from all of the inner demons of his mental disorders and all of that other stuff.
Because we know he had a drug problem. We knew he had a drug problem. I don't want to dive too much into it. Thank God.
I'm proud of it.
Thank God
I think I'm proud of it.
How do you bring work home? You're a plumber.
I have what do billionaires say? You have to have these high expectations. I have these high. I just actually came to a theory today at my barbershop. I have these high expectations always, bro. I'm out here trying to make it like you guys too. You guys want more than what you have now, right?
Absolutely.
Right. You always want more. I have these same expectations of myself, bro.
But at what cost?
I'll put it all on the line, bro. I'm telling, you see how I am now? I'm not like this because there's fucking camera in front of my face. Bro, it will be 2 a.m. and I will be up in the house walking around. Hey, I'm fucking like this all the time, bro.
You say you'll put it all on the line very confidently.
Yeah, because I have. I did it. When I went on the internet with this shit, I told the person I was with at the time.
But not ever. You won't put it all on the line. Are you willing to lose everything for fame?
I'm willing to lose everything if it comes standing on for
Are you willing to lose?
If something got in my way of putting her in danger, if someone was
No. I'm not saying danger. I'm saying lose her for fame.
Fuck no.
Then don't say that.
This internet shit has drove me fucking crazy, dog. And I have learned ever since my No Jumper interview that went fucking viral. I have learned, and she's told me, you got to be careful what you put on the internet. Because I've been fired, bro. I've been fired from 2 plumbing companies for my boss finding out who I am on the internet. It just happens.
You reap what you sow. Everything is forever, and what you put out there is what you're gonna get. And
I know a great labor law attorney.
Well, this is what happened in Florida. I already have a case where it's already being handled. I moved here, sunny Los Angeles, where this shit is accepted more. I go work for a plumbing company, right? They gave me a job offer in Florida, right? So I took the job offer. I get here. Pretty much my boss found out who I was from a coworker. And the next thing I know, I went from being treated like this amazing salesman of a plumber, because I'm in sales. I go house to house doing service work, to automatically, bro, being treated different. And I just got let go from my plumbing company they found out who I was on the internet, said that he thinks it will clash with his clients, and he thinks I'll be a controversial issue in the household.
So wouldn't you think it would be better to privatize your life and basically focus on your future?
It's past that now. I'm out here to try to break the stigma, bro. I'm out here to try to bring awareness to like the diversities that we face as a couple. I definitely face diversities of being the guy on the internet who's known for dating. Like, I'm more than the guy on the internet who dates a trans woman. I am way more than that. And I think you guys see me sitting here. I'm way more than just that narrative. My goal out here is to try to bring awareness to like what it's really like to be in our life, what it is to be every day, what it's like to be me, what it's like to be her. It's definitely past that now, bro. You know, it's out there.
But when you say what it's like, I guess I don't get that. What is it? If you didn't come out and say, listen, I'm engaged to a trans woman,
I would still be the badass dude back at home who's getting praised and loved by friends and family.
But and you were still with her. You just didn't go public with it as far as social media goes. Would that be any different for you? Would your life be any different?
As in, if my friends and family found out?
Yeah, let's say your friends and family found out, 20 people, 50 people, 100 people.
Yeah, they would have all deaded me.
That's fine. But then your employers wouldn't know. Nobody else would know.
No, of course not. No.
Right? So, see, that's the thing. Again, it goes all back to that. You're seeking that acceptance and validation for absolutely no reason, because certain choices certain things that happen in your life, you had absolutely no choice, no decision. Nobody asked you whether, is this what you want, right? But now you're old enough, you're a mature man, you make your own decisions, and you have to face your own decision. You made a conscious choice to be engaged to a trans woman,
yes,
which is fine.
Beautiful.
So
moment.
Accept it. That's the validation you need, and move on. Fuck everything else. I mean, why do you keep on? Is it okay? Do you accept her as a lady? Who cares?
I don't know why.
You think? Listen, I'll give you an example. You think I've ever asked one of my friends, do you think I'm a good husband? Do you think I'm a good father? I think I'm married to the most beautiful woman on earth. You think I've ever asked my friends, hey, you think my wife is beautiful? Do you think she's the most beautiful? Like, no. To me, she is. That's what matters. I've never asked my parents or my brother or my sister, hey, do you think my wife is the most beautiful? No. To me, she is. That's it. That's what matters.
Yeah, very good point.
Right?
I just think I just wear my heart on my sleeve, man. I think I'm just so overly proud of who I'm.
Why are you laughing?
I'm overly proud. No, because I'm like, I don't shut up about her, bro. I talk.
We've noticed
all of the things that you guys say. I say the same thing to him too.
Well, you think he needed to hear it from
specific?
Oh, don't say that. Don't.
He needs it from daddy. No, realistically.
Well, she's gonna be. What is that? Big spooning or top spooning or what's it? Big spooning you tonight.
This is just who he is as a person. He doesn't necessarily, do it in terms. He has all the good intentions of when he says these things. He thinks he's doing it a certain way, to him, it's not like validation. It's more so just like,
I don't
Look, he's a sweeter guy than all three of us combined.
I appreciate that.
He is.
I really
Trust me.
appreciate that.
But that's part of the problem.
Yep.
He's too sweet. And you're concerned. Look, you can never, for example, right? I'm in healthcare, and the type of industry, the type sector of healthcare I'm in, it's a 24-hour constant service business. Okay. I deal with terminally ill older patients. So 24 hours a day, things are happening. I have staff working. For example, if I even thought about, okay, if I'm paying this staff X amount of dollars, do they accept me as a good boss, as a good employer? No matter what I do, they could always say, yeah, but you could do better. You could do this. I try my best. That's it. That's all I can do. I can't come home every night thinking to myself, did I validate this? Did I give her, the bonus I needed? Yeah, it crosses my mind. That's why I try to be the best that I can be. But if you ask them, there's probably a percentage of them who are going to think, oh, he's such an asshole. He could pay us more. He doesn't give us enough days off. I'm sure they will complain about something. Listen, it's not my job to make everybody happy. If I wanted to do that, I'd be an ice cream salesman. I'm in healthcare. It's not to make people happy. It's to do what I think is right and what's the best to my best ability today. Tomorrow, I may think of it differently. I don't know. I try to do better than yesterday, right? But if I constantly try to validate everything and did this employee accept me for what I did? I wrote her up, or, I didn't give her the holiday off because she took the last 2 holidays off.
You become soft.
I can't do that.
You become soft.
So just listen, you seem very happy. You two seem like a lovely couple. That's all you got to think about. I mean, forget about everything else. Forget about society. Nobody's going to accept you for who you are. I don't think society accepts me for who I am.
This is a fact. They're always going to judge.
Yeah, he could do this better. He thinks he's this. He thinks he knows it all. Oh, fuck you.
It's like when I go feed the homeless, they're like, why are you recording it? You're a horrible person. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. You can't do nothing good out here, man. But I do agree. The world's always going to judge me. It is what it is. I just don't give up fighting, dog. I don't give a fuck.
When he changes, are you going to give us credit?
Huh?
When he changes and he stops seeking validation, are you going to give the WiseNuts credit for it?
I got to give her credit first because she tells me the same stuff you're telling me is what she tells me all the time.
But what if it changes all of a sudden after your appearance here?
She's going to kick you in the face.
No more spooning.
I need a lot of work personally.
She just looked at her heel. She's like,
but this is how I am, bro. Like, I will sit here and.
All right. One last question. You guys planning on having any kids?
Potentially. I mean, realistically, I'm not thinking that far. I mean,
How old are you? He's 31 and
I'm 30.
Okay.
And, there is a situation where we could have, if we wanted to, my sister offered her eggs, my biological sister, for him to inseminate, so to speak, so it could still be in my family and his family and somewhat,
that's a good idea.
Part of a situation. Also, I was awarded state, foster homes we could adopt. Realistically, I don't think that far if I'm not at the point where it needs to be thought of. Like, I'm not going to sit here and bring a child into any situation when, am I good enough to be a mom right now? Absolutely not. Is he good enough to be a father right now? Absolutely not. So why am I going to think at that point? We have a lot of personal growth we need to do to even think about being somebody's protector, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I think anyone deserves to be a mom or a father or whatever, but it's people that are doing those things when they're not ready is what we have issues today. So
very good point there, babe. Very well spoken. I agree. I'm not ready to be a father. But if I did, I would love to give back.
That's what I love. The fact that you guys are not living in this bullshit fantasy world thinking, we can, of course we can do this. Of course, fuck it. Oh, if you can do it, why can't they?
Well, they got these rubber babies now that you can insert in someone's anus that they can push out.
Goodness.
Are you serious?
You didn't know about the rubber babies? They got these rubber babies that you could insert in someone's anus so that a gay couple or, a trans woman could push it out of their ass and act like they had a kid. That shit, if my girl's like, hey, I got this rubber baby, I would say, We ain't doing that shit.
You see why
Right.
we
It's
have
fucked
you
up.
see why we have issue with it now.
If I said that to her, she back. You want me to push a rubber baby out of my
It-
Just
butt?
don't take a shit for like a week and
I mean, look at it this way. You're not even allowed to call somebody a mother. You're supposed to call them a birthing person.
That's fucking weird,
Like,
man.
A birthing
I'm Italian.
person,
I
really?
call her my ma. That's my ma. You know, I'm not with all that shit. But personally, I'm happy I came on here today.
You guys had
Likewise.
fun?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I just have to use the restroom. I don't know which one.
Which
I
one
should-
are you
no,
gonna use?
oh
Which
yes,
one should I use?
male.
Okay, well, I'll see you in there.
Well, why don't you go?
Oh, I'll see you in there. Is that a
We can
threat
compare.
or?
Well, he won't be able to see over the urinal divider. Your head will be popping over.
Well, mine's big.
Thank God I won't be able to see over the. I don't want to see over the urinal
You
divider.
might be the guy doing the giraffe neck looking over the fucking thing.
Well, we want to thank both of you guys for taking time out of your Monday to be with us.
Thanks
No,
for
absolutely,
having
it's
me.
cool.
What did you guys think?
I like you guys, man. I
Yeah,
do.
I agree.
You're,
You
we're,
guys are-
we're cool.
This is a good experience for me personally. It definitely brings light into maybe a route I got to try to take. And my lady tells me these things all the time. So I do appreciate coming. I know when we leave here, you guys are not going to be talking shit about us. I know you guys.
No.
That's
We say everything
no,
as
no,
is.
no.
Yeah, I
That's
like
it.
it. I
We-
appreciate you guys.
Whoever we are on camera is who we are off camera.
Likewise.
If you ever need anything, bro, shoot us a DM, bro.
Except we pee sitting down sometimes.
Me too. I took
It's
it
more
between.
comfortable.
Shout out WiseNuts
I don't.
Podcast, by the way. It's your boy Jacked Like Jess. That's my fiance Elena 2T.
Goodbye, everybody. Nice
Cheers,
to-
guys.
Thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's podcast will be up and running on Apple, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all major platforms. Mañana, wisenutspodcast.com. Pick up our merch. Other than that, have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys all next week.